Okay. Should we get to go? Alright, can we get some decent asphalt gumbos? Probably not. Better relics. Alright, that's fine. Oh yeah, I'm doing quite alright. How about you? I'll take keys. I'll take some keys. Keys mean self-rest stones, which in this economy I will take. Wow, 40. God damn, dude. There's my mouse. I should probably do the same at some point. I can probably ride it for a little bit. You know, when it starts double kicking and stuff like that, that's usually a bad sign. Yeah, white scrolls don't really get good shit. I'll just take whatever. Oh, dude. 10 asphalt is okay. Cable was the issue. Cable? Hmm. I'm probably just gonna get pants, but I'll take a chance at getting keys. I guess I'll just roam in PE for the time being, if there's actually people. I mean, it is late for Taiwan, so... And pilots tend to prefer middle rush, so surely there's not going to be anything here. But yeah, I'm just going to focus on wrapping up all of the Abyss stuff tonight. And then probably do a couple of dungeons with a bit of energy that have regen, maybe, perhaps. Battery voltage now, yeah, that's why I don't use wireless mice either. Battery life is a problem. And you know, also sometimes it loses signal at the worst fucking possible like moment, so yeah, nah. When do we get the season 4 preview this week? It's going to be 13 hours from now. Yeah. So depending on your time zone, for me it's gonna be in the morning tomorrow. You saw the post I saw? Yeah, I saw it. I mean, the thing is, right, with that statement is, this is word for word what they said for the Korean release, like pre-release. Like when they first announced the game, that is word for word what they said. So yeah. Just going to take everything with a grain of salt. Until NCSoft is like coming forward with a stream of their own. And to just present the entire thing. Because I mean, they're saying they haven't mentioned the sub, but it's obvious there's going to be a sub, right? So, you know. No, it's not separate. I mean, we don't know for sure. Like, again, until NCSoft comes out to really lay out the full details of the BM, like, we will not know for sure. So yeah, just, you know, it's just as with everything, right? Just cautiously optimistic. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best, you know? But yeah, I mean, if they're starting to like answer to questions like these to like random people, then maybe we'll get information sooner rather than later. Because like, you know, anything that pertains to the topic of VM, I'm not really expecting us to get like any hard confirmation on anything until August. But you know, if we are already starting to hear stuff, then who knows? Do everything here. Hello, I am back. Did you miss me? Or perhaps, did you enjoy the peace and quiet? I would say it's a savant mix of both, but either way, welcome back. I hope everything went alright on your end. Yes, 5-star officer bot. Amazing. This guy's probably botting, like he's playing really weirdly. But it's a gladiator, so he's never gonna die, because life leeching is a really intelligent mechanic. No, today's not gonna be like a massive stream. I'm just gonna go through like weekly stuff in the Abyss I haven't done. What the fuck is this guy doing? Like genuinely. I mean, he's probably just botting. But yeah, just going to go through my contracts, my 2000 mobs. I don't remember if I finished my PvP quest, but I'll go through that, and then afterwards I'll do some dungeons, I guess. I think I won't be playing anymore in Taiwan. I have to live again in a month for 3 weeks, for like 7. Yeah. I mean, you might as well wait for global. Like, at this point. Although if you have to leave in October, I mean, I guess you'll have like, depending when you leave, you'll have a few weeks on global. Nonetheless, I hope everyone's excited for tomorrow. It is gonna be quite the turning point. Like tomorrow's stream is genuinely probably one of the most important like live demonstration this game will do. Like period. Because like when you play a new MMO, right? obviously the initial release is important and stuff, but the most important, like, the thing that tells you whether a game is going to stick the landing or not is the release of the first expansion and how well they stick the landing with that. I'm just dead because Gladiator XD. What's tomorrow? Expansion. Like, they're going to reveal details about the expansion. It's in like 13 hours? 12, 13 hours? Hello, Zaraki. It's on. So yeah, I do hope they won't be stingy with the information, for sure. I don't know if we know the duration of the event. I mean, considering how early it's starting, it's probably going to last a while, though. If I had to guess. I wish I could react myself, because, you know. But yeah, I'm probably just going to watch people doing translation work, just like the rest of us, and then stream afterwards to go over it. Probably the best way to go about it for me. Until we have proper like English coverage and stuff. What the fuck is this SM, dude? Oh damn. One thing I hate from the Abyss is we can't commit war crimes. Yeah, there's a distinct lack of like bodies of water. I mean, hey, for all we know, Upper Abyss it will have like pools of magma, and we'll be able to swim inside of them. Like that would solve the problem, right? And hit a Rostov. And also for the people who have missed it, I have added 2 new animated emotes for subscribers, so use them irresponsibly. Actually, that other guy is gone. You're going to regret that emote, will I? Make me. I am the waiting room for. Oh my god, dude, why? What's the meme around that? And why so many people are talking about that? because it doesn't make sense, right? Good enough as any other reason, I suppose. I've seen worse. Is that the Glad? I mean, if it is, just fuck off, brother. I'm not interested. Yo, Rusted with the big primer. Love to see it. Thank you, thank you. And now spam the new animated emote at your heart's content. Certainly, if a lot of people spam it, my PC is not gonna lag, right? Certainly. Alright, regardless, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. We can try that, right? Actually, how about we don't try that? Oh, damn, bro. It's fucking bot island over here. Holy moly, dude. I mean, do I even fucking... You know, I'm just going to kill mobs. Yeah, just do my quest. Who cares? The words can't make me hear... What do you mean? Is it even worth to buy the basic PvP at this point if you haven't done PvP at all yet? I would say it's debatable, because like if your PvE set is good enough, honestly, you can get into a point where you can just skip the Canis entirely. Because like silver medals are not difficult to get, so you can get your baseline 5 pieces of Centurion, and then it's up to you whether you want to like get the Canis to fill in the blank of the Tribunus and High Commander until you get it, or if you want to go straight into Tribunus and use whatever PvE gear you have until then. Like, it really depends. Like, is it going to make a difference? Yeah, it will. They're going to be tankier, right? Is it going to make like that enough of a difference if the only thing you do is like sieges and stuff? Not really. So it really depends on like what you're doing and how much you care about it, really. Yeah, no, I don't care. No. But like basically, as a general rule of thumb, like the pieces you want to get as Centurion pieces, you just go from these first, right? You don't go from the Canis. And then after that, yeah, it's either you go to Canis and then transfer into Tribunus, or you just wait until you get Tribunus. I guess the other option now is to get everything Centurion and then upcraft it, because you can actually do that now. I think that's a decent option. So this way you still have like some sort of set effect until you upgrade to Tribunus. Like you can upcraft now, right? Armor smithing. Yeah. See? Like you can get your Centurion and then upcraft it into Tribunus for like just about the same cost at the end of the day, right? So I guess you might as well, yeah. I guess you might as well, because you're not wasting inheritances and stuff. So it's actually like not a bad deal. The only thing obviously is like you don't want to open up the Philistone slots until you are on the quote-unquote final piece for that slot. Skip the first stage. I mean, I guess it also applies to the first stage in the sense that you can also upcraft from Decanus to Centurion. But quite frankly, like, if I'm gonna be honest overall, especially because you're like early into your PvE process, I would say for the time being, just focus on doing your weeklies and stuff to gather your medals, and don't invest into PvP gear at all. Just focus on your PvE gear, because that's what matters most. And then later on, if you want to actually lock in and make your PvP gear, then you can do that. Like, you get the final pieces where you can, and then you get you go through the progression stuff for the other pieces. Like, I would never recommend focusing on PvP gear if you're like early into your progression. It just doesn't matter enough. It's like the only scenario where your PvP gear is going to be useful for something is 1v1. Which honestly doesn't matter. Brother, can you fuck off? Okay, one more. Tomorrow's the big day, yep. And Halo type. Want to play now, but I don't want to have to quit again for a week, for weeks at a time. I mean, at the end of the day, like, this game is very, like, pick up and play, right? So if you just want to pass time, like, honestly, fucking do it. You have a character, you invested into it. You might as well fucking play, right? If you have nothing else to play. When are you going again? When did you say? Was that? Because if it's after season 4 releases, like, you might as well pick it up now, do some prep work, enjoy a bit of season 4, and then you can leave, right? Because like the beginning of season 4 will most likely going to be pretty fun. Yeah, that's everything, right? Yeah, alright. July 30th until August 21st. Yeah, then you'll basically be able to do like a full month of season 4. So yeah, I would say honestly you might as well. Like, if you want to play, you can just play now. Do a bit of prep work. Do season 4 before it comes out. Like, 1 month is... You're probably gonna get like your fill of season 4 anyways during that month, right? So then you can, so then you go away, and then when you come back, you can just wait for global. Play that for a little bit. And then go from there. Alright. There's one of those contracts that has 40 asphalt board fragments. And this one is the one I don't want to miss. Potential stones are dropping like mad, are they? Not for me. 17, that's a decent one. Okay, I got that one. Nice. 10, that's a decent one. Nope. 25, that's another big one. Nope. Okay, 40, that's the big one. Nope. Unfortunate. Okay, at least got this one. Can I get a key? Ah, I got the key. Another key. Keys mean resurrection stones. I don't want to get mad about not getting into shit I want because I want to get more gear, because like every strong. I mean, quite frankly, like, we've had to pug Corroded because, you know, like with Final Fantasy 14 and stuff like that, like the static is taking like a soft break. Honestly, pugging Corroded is very fucking easy right now. Genuinely. And they also added a normal mode for the new Sanctuary, by the way. Now, it's not free, but it's much easier to get into. So just some food, you know, just some food for thought, right? You can also keep fishing for like better cards and stuff like that. People still don't take you. I mean, at the end of the day, right? You kind of just gotta make your groups, right? Oh my god, I'm getting fucking attacked by a fly. I hate summer. 29, ooh. Bruh. Okay. Consider I'm not getting better cards. Well, at least you can farm money, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, the entirety of the central abyss is EOS controlled, which is not ideal. Surely I'm not gonna get zerged, right? Yeah, sure. Do this. Lifestyle. Evasion, yeah. I'm just gonna farm my mobs. Well, these guys deal with you. Whatever, man. What's other videos? Good fucking question, I keep forgetting. I'll answer you as soon as I meet another one. Which will probably not going to take long. I mean, they haven't been, like, that big of a challenge. Like, we are splitting the artifacts 50-50 since we got matched. Like, we are taking the 3 lowers, they are taking the 3 middles, which honestly works for me. Like, I much prefer the low ones anyways. Oh, there it is. Baritra. There you go. I love Gladiator. It's another one of those, like, Omega fucking just Gladiator, dude. Love it. Love that for me. And this guy is not dying because Life Leech is a great mechanic. Look at this guy with 3 people attacking him and not dying because of Life Leech. Fucking stupid, man. But yeah, I think this server is pretty even in terms of like matchmaking. Bruh. And these guys are botting on the path, surely. Yeah, he's not cheating. Okay, that's done. I guess it also completes the kill quest. Oh yeah, the showcase tomorrow is happening a bit earlier than I thought. Imagine. Imagine having to wake up at a reasonable hour on a fucking Sunday, dude. Why is NCSoft doing this to me? Imagine not being able to degen on Sunday. What time is it? For me, it's gonna be 9:30 a.m., I believe. 9 a.m., 9:30. Oh, freak. Yeah, exactly. That was pretty much my thought as well. Yeah, I mean, the fact that they're starting that early probably indicates that that shit is gonna go on for a while. Because usually their live streams is like, I want to say 3 hours later, right? So it's definitely gonna be like a multi-hour situation. Come on, dude. We don't have to do this. I'm not even gonna try to interact with this guy because I know for a fact I can't beat him because Cleric can't beat anyone anyways. If you wanna follow me, then follow me, but I'm not going to reciprocate anyways. Yeah, that's everything, right? I believe that's everything. Alright, so we open these, we Gamba the Asphalt, we get disappointed because we don't get any procs. And then I'll go finish the 2000 mobs, I guess. Yeah, only 800 mobs anyways. Not gonna be that long. And yeah, I am done with this, so that's fine. Alright. What do we get? Okay, got the 8. Ooh, 29, that's a big one. Nope. Man, didn't hit any of those jackpots. That's fucking sad, man. At least we got a couple. All it takes is just succeeding in one, right? 5 crafts. Surely. Nope. That's about as expected. Alright, and now we farm. Plenty of stuff to play, just want to play all of it all the time. Yeah, sounds about right. Wait, the sugar games. I should probably be doing this. I've been so bad at keeping up with my sugar games the last few days. Legitimately. Like, what I need to do is, like, when I'm doing other stuff, I just need to, like, have the game on the background to just, like, tab every hour and do this shit. Haven't been very diligent. Honestly, the worst for me, like, is the September lineup. It's so stacked, man. And for some reason, AION2 is also gonna be here. Woe is me, right? I like to do the race sugar game, it's kind of fun. I'm just going to the essential. Like, this one is the fastest. Technically speaking, up can be the fastest. But, you know, if someone doesn't get to the end, then it just ends up being the longest. Would you change your class in global? Yep, I am not staying on Cleric. There's absolutely zero chance. Unless there's like some very drastic, significant changes to the class, I'm not staying on Cleric. Because I actually want to do PvP, right? And I'm more of a solo PvP guy. And Cleric in this game is just atrocious for solo PvP. Not like AION1 where the class actually had some potential. I got the skin for the Praetorian weapon from the Closet Gamba. Like, I'm using it because, you know, it's new, but honestly, I don't know, like, it doesn't look bad, but it's just, like, very bland. Like, you would expect the inside of the shield to have some sort of effect, right? Like, some sort of, like, water flowing inside or something, instead of just, like, being a static crystal. Bit weird. Bit weird. And like so much, it's so much worse than the High Commander too. One day I'll get the High Commander skin, one day. The Cleric's so big, this one? Ah, I've seen bigger. Some people make some very interesting characters, I'll say that.
Listen up, Yerk. Let's find the blue tiles without getting tricked, Yerk.
I quit now until global release. Play first launch feels pretty good. I'm looking forward to global more now. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to global as well. Like, even if nothing changes, global is going to be so much better for like a litany of reasons. You know what I mean? I am looking forward to it. I guess the best class as solo player and PvP is Assassin. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Like, Gladiator is probably a better pick.
Memorize the positions of the tiles and balloons together, Yerk.
Because like Assassin kills people easily in while sort of roaming, right? But I think Gladiator is just more versatile overall and has better matchups.
Look out for the balloons and the tiles, Yerk.
And it can also fill in as a support. Right. So yeah, like it's very comfy, it's very tanky too. Like even when you do PvE, like Gladiator is not a class that just like falls over and dies, right? Like if you fuck up a mechanic as a Glad, you're gonna live through it. And then you have like some of the most powerful life leech to get back on your feet right after, right? So yeah, I think Gladiator is just the most well-rounded class overall. It's not the best. It's not the best at anything, it's just really strong at everything, right? It's very, very convenient as a class. Need to find a decent guild and hope to pick a good server to get the early corridors. I mean, the only, like, advice I can give you in terms of server selection is don't go for the big one. Like, go for a middle of the pack server, because like the way matchmakings work in this game, like you don't want your server to be too big, otherwise like your day-to-day activities are gonna feel fucking impossible to achieve. Like, because the biggest servers are way too fucking cramped in the abyss. Like you need a server that breathes a little bit because the zones are too small, right? So like that's why I'm pretty happy with the server I'm in, right? Like Nemon is like exactly pretty much middle of the pack. It's like the breakpoint in the middle, and it's been genuinely like probably one of the better server experiences overall that you can have. Like you always have a reasonable amount of corridors, and if you're like strong amidst the mid servers, you're usually going to like get majority corridors too. Yeah. I guess the only downside with the mid server is with the current state of rifting, you're not going to get the most populated servers, so doing the rift quests are a bit difficult right now. But you know, with season 4, hopefully rifting is going to be much better, and as a result, there's going to be more people doing it, right? And hello, Akiran. How are you doing? I want majority corridors. I want ether tech. Yeah. I know at least one more person who also wants ether tech. Who's that, Akiran? You can shame people on that chat, that's fine. I'll be able to sleep tonight. Power machine. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Remember that guy. Yeah, I mean, fuck, man. 9 AM? Like, they're making me wake up at a reasonable, like, hour on a fucking Sunday to watch this shit? I can't fucking believe it. Actually asinine. I played Elementalist in Taiwan for the first 4 months. I wish I had played Gladiator instead. I'll be starting the global without knowing anything about Glad. Elementalist is honestly really solid right now. Like, I don't know when you last played Rolu, but Elementalist is like... Honestly, it's a good class. Just check the leaks for Season 4. If only that info goes live, is that a good thing, or am I missing something huge and that needs solving? Oh, you're gonna need to be more specific about that because we know a couple of things about season 4, so you're gonna have to be more specifics. I mean, it's good keeping my sleeping schedule for the work week. Yeah, I mean that's bro, like that's the one thing I have as a freelance is being able to wake up at like 10, 11, and NCSoft is taking it away from me on a Sunday. That's fucked. First 4 months it wasn't good. Yeah, but right now Elementalist is genuinely, like, honestly pretty good. Like in PvE, it competes with the top DPS. And it's honestly overall pretty good, pretty sturdy, like good movement, good utility. And in PvP, it's not the best, but it's able to, you know, it's able to upset the best classes because it has like a couple of tricks. Max level will be 50, maybe we get more skills. Yes, max level will be 50. We don't know about the skills. We hope to find out tomorrow. If I was a freelancer, I'd be a demon hour person. Yeah. There's an SM on Taiwan that hasn't lost a single match and is high in 1v1. Yeah, I mean, the thing with SM, right, is as long as you're able to cook, in the 1v1 scenario, you can technically win against everything. Ranger is the one where it's a bit more debatable because, like, knockbacks are so fucking terrible as a range class. But taunt locking is so strong of a mechanic that if you can hit your target and you have really good status effect chance, then yeah, you can win. Another reason why Ranger is tough is because Ranger has insane status effect resist. Did you figure out what you're gonna do tomorrow? Are you streaming? So, I mean, that is something that I want to ask you guys too. Also, let me go back in the Abyss to go farm. So, because I'm not gonna be translating, right? I think I'm probably just going to watch a stream of someone translating and then stream afterwards, and I do a long stream to talk about everything we saw, right? Like, I think that's probably the better approach because, like, if I do stream, what am I gonna do? It's either I watch a stream I don't understand, or I re-stream someone who's translating, but I'm literally stealing someone's work, and I'm not willing to do that, right? So I'm probably just going to watch the event and then react with you guys on the Discord, right? And then stream afterwards to discuss everything after I've collected my thoughts. But do you reckon Sork needs to be a proper class to compete against other DPS? The thing is, Sork already has the DPS, right? The thing that Sork has that other classes don't have is on the PvE side, it has terrible self-sustain, and on the PvP side, it doesn't have any funny tricks to upset classes, right? So like, if they want to keep the balance the way it is with like life leeching and everything, then the thing to bring back Sork is to give Sork proper life leeching and self-sustain and good shields and shit in PvE, right? And then in PvP, give Sork something, some sort of trick. That is like something like taunt locking that SM has, right? So that's pretty much what it is. Bottom line is, if they want to keep the meta as it currently is, then Sork needs better sustain and some sort of trick in PvP that allows it to compete. Can't be bothered waking up at 8 AM to watch it live. I mean, that's fine, right? I'm gonna do it, though. You better fucking believe. What elementalists prefer as points? You don't know, I don't know, you know it? You mean for Division board? I mean, you can fill everything anyways. Unlike the white ones, you can fill everything. So you fill everything that isn't an MP, basically. SM can permataunt, seems however. They can't really permataunt because they nerfed it. But they can get you in a fucking chokehold. Like, the thing is, right, is it's hard for them to do it if you get the jump on them, but if they get the jump on you and they're able to cook and they don't get resisted, then they can actually just like 100 to 0 you. Which is one of the reasons why, you know, Ranger is a class that SM is always going to struggle with, because Ranger has insane status effect resist. Now don't get me wrong, taunt locking is not a good game mechanic, but it's the reason why SM is able to compete in the current meta. If Sork lands a CC, it's a good class, also needs the blink, so it can kinda... Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is, right, if they make Polymorph good and land reliably, and if they make the Seal good and land reliably, then Sork is gonna be much better as a class in PvP, right? Like, it would basically put Soak in a similar state to, maybe not SM, but at least like Templar in terms of matchups. Because honestly, right now in PvP, like in PvP, Soak is able to somewhat kill the 3 supports okay, mostly Cleric. Like, Soak can kill Cleric pretty competently with the anti-heal they added. But not much else. I think Train Silence reliably would be a huge boost for sure, yeah. It would just make more fun to play against ECs, like getting turned into a ghost for free or... Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, right? At the end of the day, if they're going to go and fix PvP, right, I think the overhaul needs to be bigger. But like, obviously, if you ask me, what is that class missing to compete right now? Then yeah, like basically, if you want to compete in the current meta, you need dumb shit because the classes at the top have dumb shit. You know what I mean? There's not much else to it. And that's kind of the problem. If your class doesn't have dumb shit, then you can't compete right now. I don't blatantly overpowered, I know one who could still play against it, but still felt, I mean, if you mean like Soak sleeping you over and over to wait out your cooldown and shit, I mean, you know. I guess the big breaking point was the addition of the sheep instacast, right? But to be fair, Soak in AION2 was always like, in pretty much every patch of the game, Soak always felt like it was like one expansion ahead of the rest of the classes, right? The only patch where Soak fell off was 5.1. With the, like, when people started having like really strong magic suppression sets. But for all of the patch prior to that, Soak was basically always an expansion ahead. 6.2 was also kind of bad. I didn't play that patch, so I wouldn't know, right? But like basically anything prior to 5.x, Soak was like at the top of the game. Ooh, potential stun. Punish for winning, yeah. Like obviously I can't complain too much about 2.x because like on Classic I was known as the cloth killer, right? Even though technically speaking Soak was winning against Templar, like the matchup was doable as long as you played it properly. But Soak was definitely always very ahead in terms of like what its kit allowed it to do. Soak was also like very tanky. Like if you played it properly in AION1, Soak was surprisingly tanky. If you rotated your defensive properly and you spec'd properly, like it was really hard to get like in onto a Soak, right? There's a 90% chance you go Templar for the West. Right now, I am kinda looking at Templar, yes, because I don't really want to play Glad because it looks boring. Now, I'm not saying that Templar is more entertaining, but at least Templar is not at the top of the game right now. You know what I mean? So at least it's not gonna feel like I'm rolling over everyone by just holding down the button, right? The SNS skins are sexy too, yeah. So, you know, again, we have like 3-4 months until global, so overall things could change. Like, hey, maybe by the time the game comes to global, Cleric is gonna feel nice again, you know? And maybe I'll be playing Cleric, who knows? Another thing can happen, yeah. I will for sure do Soak even though it said it were worse when Soak's in AION1 were released. I mean, again, right? It's same thing that I just said. We just don't know what the fuck's gonna happen in the next 3 to 4 months. And I personally firmly believe that the game is not going to remain in the same state it is in right now, right? Anything can happen, even giving us Ether Tech. I mean, I think that one is a bit of a pipe dream, brother. Like, if they bring one of the cursed 3 classes, it's gonna be Gunna, not Aethertech. Like, that's the one out of the 3 that I can see people asking for. The other 2, no one's gonna ask for it. I mean, fuck, man, they brought back Gunna on fucking Classic. And they called it Bandit, or some dumb shit like that. And then people love their guns. Yeah, that's right. It's all about that freedom, baby. Max level 50, they're implementing Legion content, even PvE. There's still hope for Siege. Yeah, I would say there is. I mean, hey, I will say this. We know that we are getting a mode, probably before Season 4, that is basically kind of a siege, right? Now, I don't think it involves a fortress, but it involves capturing points of interest. So basically camps, right? And next reset. I don't think they explicitly said when it was going to come. I thought it was coming this week, but it didn't. So now I'm double, you know, I'm double guessing, but probably. It's probably going to come before Season 4. 1606, yeah, it's pretty likely, it's pretty likely. I'm curious to see how that's going to play out, because you're going to have limited playtime per week, right? It's only twice a week, I believe, was it? Oh yeah. But it's good that they're adding like more fun PvP game modes, at least. Although 200 v 200 is fucking nuts. Like, I would like some stuff that is like smaller scale, but obviously larger scale stuff like this is, you know, it's more fun for more casual players, right? Is Season 4 supposed to come out this month? It's at the beginning of next month. So, you know. We just need Tiak. Yeah, for real, for real. Tiak was goated, man. Best thing they added in on Classic. For real. But yeah, it's start of July, so basically it's in like 2.5 weeks. Neverwin could also go to 96 v 96. I never really... I don't know, I never liked Neverwin too much, but then again, I didn't play it too much, right? So I probably missed out on the peak fun of it. A lot of people had a Tiak. Beta Tiak. Did they? I mean, Tiak had some capture cheese, right? Where if people really wanted to be cringe, they could be cringe. But overall, I would say it was a pretty well-designed instance. Like, honestly... Because, like, okay, the thing with the regular Dredgen is... It was very hard to have an organic Dredgen that had good fights, right? Because of the rush opportunity and all of the Sakana rushing and training and so on and so forth, right? Tiak, you basically had an organic fight every time you applied, unless you had AFK people. And 16 Classic was such a snooze fest, kinda hated Tiak. I mean, obviously, like, if you're talking about the balance of the game, then yeah. I mean, there's a reason why I barely did pre-made stuff, right? Like, because, like, at the end of the day, 2.x balance, like, it's fun, but it's not, you know... It's not my fave. Like, my favorite is like late 4.x, early 5.x, right? Personally. With the longer fight and triple support comps and stuff like that. Runatorium wasn't better either. The new classic PvP dungeon was alright. Okay. If you're talking about Runatorium in the sense of the OG 4.x Runatorium, I don't disagree. I think the 5.x Runatorium was goated though. Because it was basically King of the Hill, right? So honestly, that one was really good. Kunik was shit, yes. Kunik was absolutely shit. But the 5.x Runatorium was great. Is Runatorium 8 Gildum? Yes, it is. The one with the 2 camps where you can close with the flames. Like, the 5.x one was really good. Now the thing that sucked with 5.x is we traded Jormungand Bridge, which was pretty okay in 4.x. I wouldn't say it was a great instance. Mostly because of the NPC spawning and the bombing, right? Like, wasn't a fan of that, but it was still decent, right? But in 5.x, the 5.x Jormungand revamp was some of the stinkiest dog shit I've seen in my life. What the fuck happened? Do you remember Akiran with the Shugo shit? You remember how cringe that shit was? Yeah. Fuck that, dude. What were they thinking? Genuinely, what the fuck were they thinking? Such a shame, but at least, you know, the thing is, it kind of flew under the radar because at least we had Idgil Dome, aka Runatorium, that was actually decent, and we had Arena of Gold, right? So, all in all, it wasn't all bad, but my god, dude. The fucking Clown Fiesta, dude. Doing Jormungand Bridge against Barris people. Holy shit, dude. Just opening all four sides, teleporting around, running around with the fucking Shugo. Like, fucking shoot me in the head, please. Just take me out of my misery. At a read. The extra HP and stats and all, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I had fun. I had fun on Classic. It's just the Classic environment was just okay. Zoai, I will say this. One of the big reasons why group PvP in Classic didn't feel as fun was because it was a single server, like small population thing. Because at the end of the day, right, you can only have so much fun doing dredgens when you keep getting matched against the same 20 dickheads, right? You can't have fun. Like, one of the biggest point of fun in terms of like the OG days with like 4.x, 5.x, even, you know, even earlier, was tagging a dungeon and getting matched against like 10, 15 different possible servers with like 30, 40 different premates that played differently. Now that was fun, right? Our group was also Giga OP. I mean, yeah, that's also that, like, you guys didn't really try to have a challenge. Like, let's be honest for a second. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess Acheron and you were not in the latest iteration of the Timbo, like, comp of doom. Like, that shit was just vile, man. Like, genuinely, like, it's a war crime. Will you do a build for Cleric DPS? I don't really have any plans right now. Like, I used to have a plan, but genuinely, at this point, I'm just gonna wait until Global to make those types of guides. Because, like, there's too many changes. Like, nah, I'm just gonna wait. Didn't lose a single dredge in 7 months, yeah. I mean, there's also the fact that, like, let's be deadass for a second, Zoe. Let's be just deadass. Not many people were fucking trying to like have a proper comp. Like, most people were just playing the game more so casually, or they were playing with quote-unquote subpar friends, because at the end of the day it didn't fucking matter, you know what I mean? And like, it really showed in terms of how many people were interested in doing, like, you know, pre-made like pre-arranged 6v6 stuff. Also the case at OG AION, I haven't never groups for that stacked. Yeah, but just by essence of the fact that the pool of play was bigger, right? That was just more, right? But realistically, in terms of like the comps that actually tried, especially prior to them making it so you can proc against your own faction, I mean, bro, who was fucking trying on the Asmo side? Who? Fucking Shiza? Where half of the, like, where the entire primate hates each other and none of them want to be on Discord at the same time? And them losing a dredge results in all of them telling each other to kill themselves and disbanding the pre-made? Like, really? That's the composition? Like, come on. Double Cleric and Chanter will suck, etc. I mean, no, it's a bit... Because Gladiator was so strong, right? That it was able to just carry the weight. Especially because you guys had some juice gladiators. Like, you guys had some swipers, you know what I mean? So you were always a bit ahead of the curve in terms of the gearing stuff, right? We're all swiping more or less, yeah. And like, I'm not saying this in a derogatory way, right? I'm just saying that, you know, obviously when you compare yourself to like the broad player base, especially on Classic, and especially matching against the fucking Asmo side, which virtually had fucking no one. I mean, yeah. Like, it's kind of fucking ridiculous how stacked the Ilios side was. You know what I mean? And it was predictable because of the racial stuff, right? Like, the Ilios side on early 1.x, 2.x was just so much better that obviously all of the PvP focused players were going to play fucking Ilios. You see me contacting me too many people, I know them to the Ilios side. Yeah, I mean, I went onto the Ilios side because I played on NA Classic on the Asmo side, and I was like, you know what, fuck that, I'm done playing with the shit skills, you know? It's like, fucking geez Louise, dude. I want to play Assassin this time around. Am I going to play the faction with the Assassin that has the fucking HP draining rune that does 37 points of damage? Or am I going to play the Ilios Assassin that has an attack speed slowdown, a silence, that also deals 5k damage, and also suck your dick? That's such a difficult conundrum, man. I can't figure it out. Range and Mao is also better for Asmo. Yeah, but the thing is, the overall, like, differences between the Ilios and the Asmo stuff was just overbearing better on the Ilios side. Also, even the mouse, isn't the mouse stuff debatable too? I'm trying to remember what the difference was. Wasn't it like evasion? Like one of them had evasion, one of them had like more juice. Glad it's somewhat even, both skills have their strength. I mean, in my opinion, okay, here's the thing, right? I think Piercing Rupture was better on the later patches, but on the early patches, I genuinely think the Ilios one was better. Because it just made for better like pressure on engage. Because like Piercing Rupture, you had to position for it. And Clerics could position around it, right? But the Ilios one was just a cleave, right? So especially when you have multiple gladiators engaging you, like in some scenarios with how like fast the TTK was in the early patches, bro, when you have 3 glads engaging you with fucking cleave and false cleave or whatever the Ilios one is called, I don't remember the English name. Like, bro, you're dead. Like that's it. You kill one person on range, yeah, exactly. Like Ilios Glad on the early patches just made the leather classes collateral damage. Like Rangers and Assassin legit died before the Gladiator got into melee range in group content. Not only Leather. Yeah, but Leather was especially egregious, you know? Leather was like, alright guys, let's fucking do it. I feel so bad for Assassin players in 2.x. Okay, I'm gonna do the invasion. Like, the Assassin players that tried to do group content in the classic days, man. Literal fucking collateral damage. It's like they have to disengage to not get wiped from AoEs from the get-go, and the moment they engage, they just fucking get vaporized. But hey, at least they had a good time in open world, right? At least they had that going for them. Now, at least Ranger got its dick sucked in 2.7. Because, like, Ranger was really strong in group PvP after the addition of the fear arrow. Especially, like, Evasion Ranger, like, playing more distance. It was really good. Like, Ranger had some great disruptive power, and also had the... Like, the thing is, if the Ranger engaged late, it also had the possibility to go, like, from the back and just nuke the Cleric or something, right? While also having the utility of silence, traps, and fear arrow. Fear arrow sounded OP, bro, it was. That shit was egregious. And it was OP for everything, because, like, obviously it was a BGPS, right? But even in open world PvP, bro, open world PvP, you have a Ranger engage you from stealth, just fucking sleep arrow, just cover you, you get out of the cover and you get feared. And it's like, yeah, okay, I don't want to play the game anyways. Yeah, that's fine. Obviously, as a template, it wasn't as problematic, but even as a template, it was a pain in the ass. So I can only imagine with other classes. And obviously, also the advent of evasion rangers with how I would say the Primus Pilot's gear was. Holy shit! Evasion Ranger is probably the only thing that actually made me angry on Classic, like just legit. It was so infuriating to fight against. Storm before the storm, yep. In just like 12 hours, there's gonna be the season 4 announcement. Not even SM. The only SM that ever managed to beat me in 1v1 was Gayball. And even then, I made it close. But obviously, like, magic resist SM was just too fucking cancerous for me. But I was managing. I mean, again, right, on my Templar, I was just making quick work of every cloth on Classic. Mostly because, I mean, I don't want to be mean, right? But most of the cloth play on Classic just were not very... They were very lazy in the way they played, right? Hello, Ravena. And thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. But like most of the cloth players on EU Classic were pretty lazy. And they made some like easy mistakes because like most of them were just easy, like they were just too used to going through the basic flowchart to kill people. But when they encountered someone who, you know, knew how to counter them, they just didn't really adjust. Like even Gaybar was a good player, but Gaybar was making some very like rough mistakes in 1v1. It's just that magic resist on SM was just so fucking vile and heinous that even if he was just... Dude, the amount of time I encountered Gaybar in Arena and this motherfucker was just remove shocking a stun at 100% with his shield up and using the phase 2 on me at melee range, and I was just like, bruh, and I was just hitting a stun immediately and he was resisting them like 3 times in a row and he was living because of that. Like, this shit still lives in my head rent-free. Also depends on who logged into his account. Nah, it was like... I fought him in Arena, I believe, 3 times, and all 3 times it was him. Because anyway, we talked about it afterwards. Because, like, he's the only guy that was beating me in 1v1 Arena. And the funny thing is, I was always on pace to be rank 1 Templar every season, and every season I would get him right at the end. And it's like, dude, just fuck off. I don't want Golden was playing the account too. I mean, Golden was also an SM player, right, to be fair. But Golden was also playing the SM. Golden I was fighting on his Glad though. Raise every class, yeah. I will miss all the SAM. The thing that kind of upsets me with AION2's SAM is it's such a cool fucking class in terms of the tech that it has. If you just take away the fear aspect of the class, it's such an interesting fucking class, right? But then it has fear. You know? It's like, she's a 10, but she has a huge fucking dick, right? That was a SAM. For some people, that's a plus. For me, not really. God Insane is the most hated class. I want to be the hated class. I mean, Ranger is like... I would obviously, like, the top 3 is Ranger, Glad, Assassin, right? But I would wager, like, when it comes to PvP specifically, I think Ranger is the most outrageous one right now. Like, it just feels impossible to fight against. I'm not recruited for 1 month. I don't drop the Zickle shoulders yet. Yeah, same. I had to craft it with the Bagot ticket. So some people have a crash out about Ranger, especially Glads. Yeah, I mean, dude. Like, thankfully, I'm not really trying with PvP as of late because, like, I've gotten the memo. It's not worth my time on Cleric, at least right now. But, dude, like, if you're actually trying with PvP, Ranger just makes you want to fucking swallow your own nutsack. It's so infuriating to fight against. It's like, imagine what made Ranger. Okay, here's the thing, right? I'm going to tell you something about myself from AION1. Like, obviously, you know, AION1, I played every class at a fairly proficient like level and everything. I didn't particularly have difficulties fighting most people, but dude, it didn't matter how shit the Ranger was. fighting Ranger in AION2 always pissed me off. Like, having to deal with the knockback while getting kited 24/7, even though you win in the end, right? Because during most patches, Ranger was not the best class, and again, the flow chart to beat a Ranger was pretty straightforward, but it was so obnoxious to fight against. Hello, pizza. One point I dropped 3 in a row. Yeah, I mean, for me it was the gloves. I got like 6 pairs of gloves in a row. SM could make you unable to play without using fear. Yeah. SM was just like such a versatile class. It had an insane toolkit. But then it had fear, which really undermined like the class's fun kit. And it also, you know, it kind of played against the SM players like favor as well, because most SM players got lazy, man. They just relied on the fear. Encountering SMs that only used fear as a last-ditched effort if everything else failed was very rare. But those SMs were significantly more dangerous than the fear-happy ones. I met very few, very few SMs did. I feel like for Templar, Cleric was the worst matchup. On what patch? SM had more than enough tools without fear, yeah. Ranger for a short while in 3.x was fun, but the class wasn't worth it compared to Soak or Temp. Yeah. Like, the thing with Ranger is it was like... It required too much effort compared to like other classes that did the same thing. It wasn't a bad class, right? But it was too much effort. Like, Soak was very chill to play in comparison. Like, I liked playing Soak. Because, like, Soak basically, like, dictates the pace of the fight as much as they want. Classic before 2.x. I honestly didn't have too much problem against Cleric. I guess the only... Like, before I got my accuracy set on Classic, like, block Cleric that were just running around to do the PvE and shit were fucking infuriating. But other than that, I didn't really encounter Clerics that were giving me too much problems. I hated Soak, they look like one-trick pony. I mean, the thing with Soak is Soak has a very set-in-stone flowchart in 1v1 against every class. Like, you have certain things that you do to just win, right? But as a Templar, Soak was a very... So, especially in Arena, like in open world PvP it's a bit more debatable, right? Because it's only a best of one, right? But in a 1v1 Arena, Templar wins against Soak, honestly. Like, I never lost against a Soak in a 1v1 Arena. Never. And I even played against the Simp and everything. I think I played against the Simp twice in 1v1 Arena. And I believe both time I won 5-2. I think I have the recording somewhere. Like, the only two Soaks that were decent on Classic were the Simp and... What was fucking the Simp's name on Classic? It was something... Okay. It was Ogre something like Ogre Befell Shadow or something. It was like something absurd like that. But it was him and... What was the name of the other guy? Like, the other guy did a lot of open world. Ruina, I think it was. Yeah. I guess there was also, what's his name? Sleeping Storm. But I never fought him in 2.x. But yeah, both Ruina and the Simp, like, I didn't have too much of a problem in 1v1 right now. Like, we had some decent Soaks in, on Classic. Like, there were a handful. Like, I'm trying to think back on it. We had a couple of decent Soaks, yeah. But honestly, it wasn't... Like, it just wasn't the most problematic matchup for Templar. Like, we had... Like, I'm trying to think back of Soaks, right? So we had that. We had Kamau. We had... Oh, there was a French Soak. I forgot his name. I fought him 1v1 Arena too. Forget. I'm so bad with names, dude. I want to say his name was Excellence, but it wasn't that. It was something akin to that. Roko? No, that guy was not a Sorg, dude. Like, that guy was a bot. Like, this guy sat in Zergs to use Glacial Shard and died anyways. Like, that was not even in contention. Only French Sork I know of. Now that was another one. Like he was an old head. Wait. It's coming back to me. Wait. Fuck. No, it's not. Okay, Neong. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, Neong. There you go. But he had another name. But I got him in arena as well, like once. It was a fun match. But again, like, Templar was just the better class. Like, it's funny, right? Like, I think I've said this before, but the reason why I picked Templar on Classic is because I played on NA Classic. I played Cleric on NA Classic, right? Because, you know, hyping, etc. Like, you guys must see a pattern here. But I played Cleric on NA Classic, and Cleric was a terrible class in 1.x. But like, all of the Templars on NA Classic were incredibly fucking trash. Like, they had insane gear, but they were just so easy to beat. So I was like, damn, Templar is probably kind of dog shit on Classic. Like, these guys do no DPS in PvE. They're losing against, like, I have no trouble killing them. Like, I was legit just BMing them in arena, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play Templar on EU Classic because I want to play the underdog class this time. Yeah, that's gonna be fun, yeah. And then I played Templar on EU Classic. And very, very fast, I was like, wait, this class is kind of good. And then the more I played it, I was like, wait, this is the best class in the game. Like, what the fuck? What happened on NA, dude? Like, what were these people doing? Most Templars was fucking horrible. Yeah, dude. I mean, look, man. I don't mean this in a, like, just a trash talk or anything, but dude, when I played on NA Classic, it was by far, and like, bro, I played AION2 for a long time, and across a wide diversity of servers. Like, NA Classic was by far the lowest level of play across the board I've ever seen on AION1. Like, it genuinely felt like bullying your little brother, but on the scale of like an entire server. It was bad. And the thing with the NA players is they were really bad, but they were also like really fucking arrogant. Like, dude, you would not go a single day without some random guy slinging a slur at you. Like, I didn't even know it was possible to have so many different ways to say the N-word. But here we are. Yeah, NA Classic was an adventure. Most of them will also get a cringe on EU, yeah. I mean, they, you know, some of them were just, you know, they were just fucking around. Like, I knew some of them, and like, they were just inoffensive, but god, some of them were. That was a glad on Asmo's side, I forget his name. well, here's the thing, Rostov. You are trying to find a gladiator with a mental illness. You are not really cutting down on the amount of people that's describing. Hasden, oh my god, dude, Hasden, oh my god, I forgot about him. Man, look, I don't wanna be too harsh on the guy. Like, he had some anger issues. You know? Little baby boy so friendly, yeah, but dude, dude, playing Gladiator is like the fucking Green Mask, dude. Like, the moment you pick up the fucking spear, you become the Goblin. I swear to God, man. Like, there's a reason why I never fully committed to playing Glad. Like, I played Glad for shits and giggles every now and again on, like, private servers. I never fully committed to the class, man, because I was just scared of what was gonna happen with me. Same reason why I never played League of Legends, by the way. Like, I'm just afraid at this point. It's like every single time you see someone watch League of Legends or Gladiator, like they just become like a different person. He was a chill guy. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Hasden is when you talk with him, like he was a chill guy, right? But for some reason, like again, in the middle of a dredge, if his team was losing, bro was just fucking full sending it. Like, I mean, dude, like if you played on Classic, you surely saw the clips. Everyone saw them, dude. Bro was saying some shit that even some of the most unhinged players were making fun of him, you know what I mean? I never did. Damn, you missed out. I mean, hey, I'm sure AION2 has the video stashed somewhere. I think I was mentally ill before I started playing Gladiator. I mean, look, at the end of the day, there's a correlation, right? What matters is not the before or after, it's the end result, right? I'm not the drama head, couldn't care less. I mean, yeah, but you know, there's some stuff that you keep in the Disney vault, you know? Like, every time you have a bad day, you just fucking pull it up and you're like, yeah, everything's gonna be alright. And that's honestly one of those. I've probably been done with this quest for like 15 minutes. Not enough ding donks per minute in this stream. Let's up those numbers. I mean, bro, there's not enough subs. Found it though. Yeah, see, not beating the allegations. Man, I don't know. I'm not a drama head. Anyways, here's like every single picture is posted between 2016 and 2019 of gladiators posting their dicks online in alphabetical order. But you know, I'm not keeping this shit, man. That's not me. For 20 minutes, yeah, dude, it's a good one. I'm gonna save up that video actually. Wait, let me open it up on the side for later. That's like after Netflix and chill, you have Hasden and chill, you know. Or I guess the opposite of chilling. There you go. I have to go listen to this other guy for a minute, see if he holds anything to past me. I mean, I guess it depends on the clip, because like there was a collection of them, you know. Yeah, like you know how sometimes, like gaming companies, they remake those games and they make collections where it's like, you know, oh, here's the Spyro collection. You can play Spyro 1, 2, and 3. Well, Hasden also has a collection, right? And some of them are better than others, similar to those game remakes. I forgot about Kamai. I mean, Kamai was a chill guy. Honestly, the interaction I had with Kamai were like very like reasonable. I don't know, you know, how he was with his premates and everything, but like every time I talked to the guy, like it was all right. Hello, Mandy. Oh, I played with recorded streams. There would be 100% collection about me. Yeah, well. I mean, EU had... I mean, look, at the end of the day, right? We are talking about Hasden. But he honestly doesn't hold a candle to some of the other people we had. I mean, look, at the end of the day... At the end of the day, like... The autism scale on the EU AION community, like... You know, if it goes from green to red, like the AION EU community was in purple. Like edging on black, you know? Kelly's most toxic? Nah. I think someone did that. Wait, that revived the memory. Didn't someone during EU Classic make a toxicity tier list? And like the S tier was called "Will Threaten Your Life," and that was like a bunch of people in it. I think someone did that. Wait, fuck. What was the name? Okay, wait. It was that one guy. Wait, oh, God, what was the name of this guy? The Sork. The Sork that kept getting into like petty drama. What was his name again? Fuck, I forget. Asmo or Ilios, bro, I don't remember. I think this guy kept switching characters too. I think he was Ilios for the most part. Oh, what was his name? I forget. Like, the thing is, I had a couple of arenas against him that I won, and then I had like a very like cordial conversation with him, which I guess is appropriate, right? Like, I think most of the people who were completely unhinged on AION2 were really only unhinged when addressing the correct person. But as long as you talked to them like a regular human being, most people were nice, right? The Portuguese guy, yeah. What was he, Portuguese or Spanish? I forget. But yeah, the guy that, I mean, bro, I even quote him. Like, to this day, I still say "bitty bitty good" because that's what he kept saying, dude. I can't recall his name, dude. Was hacking at the end and shit? No, I don't remember, dude. I just remember that this guy was actually just like linking like plane tickets and saying that he was going to fly over and punch people in their face, like stuff like that. Yeah. And he's the one that yes, drunked. Yes, that's him. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's him. And I think he's the one that made the toxicity tier list. Yeah. Now, the Simp is German. The Simp is a chill guy, man. Okay, well. I guess don't be on voice chat when the Simp is fighting a class he doesn't like. Because, like, yeah, he's gonna yell a lot, but, you know, he's not toxic, per se. It's just like, what was his name again? Veluxa? Like a Templar. Like, that guy, that Templar, every time you were on voice chat with him, and he was playing against, like, a Sork or an SM, he would yell so loud that his mic would cut off constantly. And he would rage quit all of his arenas. Kana in Gold Arena, yeah, Kana was also a fiend, yeah. I mean, yeah, come to think of it, dude, a lot of people were just like fiends in this game, man. I mean, dude, I knew Kana from... How many years have I known him? God. It's been well over 10 years at this point, right? It's been well over a decade. And dude, I mean, I've had arenas against Kana where he also insulted my entire lineage. It's just part of the character, you know? He had two personalities, yeah, exactly. It's like Kana versus Dark Kana. But I think a lot of people had that on AION2. Yeah. Alright, let me do some dungeons. Is Sakura around? Probably not. Yeah, nah. One day he's nice to you, and the other day he was giga mad, yeah. I mean, he was never upset at me. It's just that every now and again we met in an arena, and I would switch in MR or something, and he would be like, and he would like call me a slut, you know, like this kind of stuff. Wow, there's fucking nothing. Yeah, I'll do a couple. I mean, to be fair, I never, like, as far as I can remember, I never really had beef with anyone. But I mean, mostly because I never really, like, put myself into that situation, you know what I mean? Like, as upsetting as some situations were sometimes, I always try to stay, like, level-headed, you know what I mean? which probably helped. Always like to talk about Uganda in Slash 3. That's some ancient meme, holy. But I'm trying to remember if I ever had beef with anyone. Like, explicitly. Not really. Like, there are people that I genuinely just disliked in AION2, but I never, like, I don't think anyone ever, like, personally attacked me or something. Just doing my thing, pressing some keybinds, yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, I was just here to play the video game, you know what I mean? I didn't really care. Someone killed me in the raid in BNS and made a Uganda coffin meme about me? Damn. You definitely deserve it, though. But it's fine, honestly. I mean, actually, wait. One person tried to start shit with me in EU Classic, and I immediately quit the game. Because I couldn't be bothered. Yeah, there you go. There was one, there was one. Like some of the most uncalled for shit of all time. It is what it is. I can't wait for EU though. I wonder if we're gonna see many old heads. Like, okay, Akiran, genuine question for you. Because like, both you and me, we just play games, you know what I mean? So like, we play Ion, but we also play other things, right? A lot of the AION1 player base is like... AION1 is like harrowing to them, right? They don't play anything else, and if you try to take the game away from them, they will actually just like launch at you, right? Now the question is, how many of them will do the jump between the two games? They will be tempted to try. I mean, they have to be, right? And will quit again? Yeah. I mean, I guess, okay. Them quitting is going to really depend where they take the game from now on with Season 4 and stuff. Because obviously in its current state, the game is like, the main interest is PvE, right? And I think most of these people will not like that. I guess we'll see with Season 4. Like, I am wondering how many old heads we'll see. I have a friend stuck on private servers. Last time I talked to her, she told me, fuck you, because I stopped playing Ion. God damn. I mean, I do know people, like a couple of people who are like hard stuck on AION1 as well. But yeah, I think most people would at least, you know, give it a try while it's fresh. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think some of the usual culprits will probably not even try the game, if we're gonna be honest. What if Season 4 is just a new map, new class, new level cap, and the rest is the same shit? The thing is, it can't be, right? Because we already have indications of other stuff that are gonna happen. And because those things are going to happen, like, other stuff are also gonna have to cascade into changing. So Season 4 will be massive. The question is, what direction are they going to take with that? I'm just not sure yet if I want to try to get as many of them on the same server or not. Could be fun for raids. I mean, the same server only matters for a base matchmaking, right? And rifting. If you just want to do raids, it doesn't matter. I hope they stay in AION1 on private server classic. I mean, I would be lying if I said that there's some people that I would like to not see on this game. Base raids? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Bro, call them sieges. Come on. Like, this is a PvE game. We have raids. You can't be calling sieges raids. But I am looking forward to it, though. Like, reliving the beginning, like playing in a new class, playing with low ping. Even though we go back to season 1 stuff, like, Honestly, it's been long enough that the season 1 stuff is going to feel like somewhat fresh again, you know what I mean? If you have 24 to 48 capable people in Legion, people are geared and on voice, you should be enough to carry the Abyssage? Yeah, honestly, probably. I mean, it's just gonna be a very different thing compared to Taiwan. Taiwan is so disjointed, and like people are not engaging with the game in the sense that we know, right? Okay, how many can I do? Okay, I can do a couple more actually. Season 4 and such, yeah. I mean, honestly, when it comes to Siege, like, if Sieges stay as the artifact stuff, I don't really have any interest, to be honest. It's just too much of a nothing sandwich. Or PvP and go from there? Yeah, exactly. Like, just look like after your best interest first. 200 v 200. I mean, we have to see if we can apply, like, as a pre-made, though. What time for us French people for the live stream? I can seem to find the right time. It's 9 AM. If it's server v server, you just go as your server, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how the matchmaking is gonna be. Because, like, the question is, right, is it going to create more instances if there's more than 200 people? And if so, do you choose to be in the same force? Like, I don't know. Like, is it solo queue? Is it group queue? Is it force queue? They can limit to 200 people per server? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Because, like, I don't know if you remember, right? But that PvPvE game mode, like, we had strings indication as early as mid-season 2, right? And for those, there was a message indicating that the zone was full, right? Which seems to indicate that it's just straight up 200 people. Now, I don't know if that's still relevant, but at least that's stuff that was the case back then, right? Although Pangea was the same style, yeah. But I mean, Pangea was a bit more exclusive in the sense that, you know, like the way it was intended is it was like an X-form only siege, right? Because it was only 100 people. Like, it was meant to be, like, cream of the crop type shit. Whereas, I think this event is meant to be a more casual thing. 50 X-Form and 50 plebs. Governor always gone in. Didn't the... I mean, there was 2 portals, right? Wasn't the X-Form portal... Was it capped at 50? I don't remember. It's been too long. Because, like, there was 100 X-Form on the server, right? In total. Like, there was 100 people up to 5-star in total, right? Is there some sort of game mode? Why does it look like League of Legends? Why does this look like League of Legends? Wow, that's a first. This is just a dungeon, brother. Damn, I've seen some comparison drawn with this game, but League of Legends was not one I've seen yet. New jungle update looking good, yeah, man. Really bold decision, you know? Now look at this gladiator just still staying at meaty, eating everything and just life leeching back. Disgusting. Disgraceful. I wish, like before, when the governor speak, the whole faction could see it. I'm pretty sure there is a commander chat in this game. I'm pretty sure it exists. I just think no one fucking uses it on Taiwan. But I'm pretty sure it exists. Because on AION2 it was the governor and the 2 commanders that could speak in the... I mean, it was called the commander chat, right? And I'm pretty sure it also exists here. Now, to be fair, I mean, I don't know about your server, but at least on my server back then, the commander chat was exclusively used for memes. Like, it was never used for actual sieging. Just, you know, the governor and the commanders just, you know, having casual conversation. And involving the entire server with them. You have a governor per cast? Yeah, I guess. In our server, we used it. I mean, you were probably on some try-hard German server. Whatever, man. Yeah, we get it. The German servers were better back on OG AION. On storming, but yeah. Oh, this guy's not raising. I guess he wants me to raise him. I mean, if you wanted to fucking summon Resurrection, you had to fucking get a Chanter, dude. Or not die, how about that? I was Governor and Zoe Commander, that's why? Ah. I mean, you could still be having casual conversation in the Commander chat. He crashed? Oh. Oh no, dude. Yeah, well. That guy fucked up. And we didn't open the Kibboleth, so... I mean, I guess the other guy crashed anyways. Makes me think about the Sin in Classic on Asmo's side. He was the most useless governor. Asmo governor. But who was it? I forget. I was governor for 9 years and I rarely used Commander Chat, only for siege occasionally. I was governor a couple of times, but I was governor during the AP days, and I usually just ended up just not really vibing with the whole having to stick to town stuff. So I would just like D-rank pretty fast. During the glory point days, the highest I was general though. Because I never kept a character for long enough to go any higher. Although I will say that there was a... I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just me, right? But back during the AP days on AION1, right? That was something special about going out to PvP on your own as a really high rank. Like the stakes, right? It was pretty fun. Now, it was almost impossible to be positive because of how bad the ranking system was back then, but you know. Definitely stunned when you died as a high rank. Yeah, but here's the thing, Akiran. And let me take a sip of water first. That's better. Alright, here's the thing, right? The fun thing about going out as a high rank back during the AP days on AION1 was you could physically see the person you were engaging panic. You know what I mean? Like, you could feel the shaky hands in the way they played because they were like, oh shit, oh fuck. You know what I mean? That was probably the most fun part about it. You would see people do the dumbest shit out, like in pure desperation. I was just going to 3-man, I guess. That would chase you so hard? Yeah. Like, it was especially good because, like, me personally, I was especially... I loved playing with the environment, right? Like, dragging people, like, juking them, and stuff like that. I love doing that. Obviously, when you're rank 9, no one's gonna fucking follow you into the fucking ravine, right? No one's gonna do that. But if you're a general, now we're talking. These motherfuckers will follow you to the next fucking map. You love to do war crimes? Yeah, I did plenty of that in AION1. Now, it wasn't as prevalent in Gelkmaris and Ingerson, but like especially in the rifting map, like I loved going out as a high rank on the rifting maps because like the rifting maps were so dumb, and I love it. You could do like so many outplay stuff with the environment in Beluslan and Hyron. I would tell them when I saw a high rank, yeah. I mean, I have so many clips of like just, you know, getting people to do dumb shit during rifting. Rip Wider? Who's that? Oh. Yeah, well. I mean, hey. We gave him a chance, you know? Bro just fucking DC'd. I mean, he talked in chat about how high his ping was. And then he did the, you know, the Russian smiley face. You know the one? And then he crashed. And never came back. So, yeah. You hate to see it. Oh, he's remaking the group. Alright. I mean, how many more can I run? I'll just keep going until I can't run. I do have a decent amount, like 5 more. How many is it now? 11 hours? 11 hours left. Ooh, cube. Man, I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid to have like expectations too big for my own breaches. You know what I mean? I mean, it has to be huge. Like we're gonna get a trailer. We're gonna get. Okay, the one thing I hope they do is do some actual in-game demonstration, because that's the one thing they've been pretty weak at doing, which is like they've been pretty good at communicating and like, you know, rolling out bullet points and everything during the live streams, but they never do in-game showcase for anything. And that's one thing I hope they like do better. Do you know what else is huge? No, please enlighten me. Live demos and trailers have been weak. Yeah. Like, I hope they go around and like walk in Etnan and Morheim a little bit, you know? But they don't have to do too much. Just like show us a little bit. Like show us like one new boss, dungeon boss. Like if they show the new class, like show it a little bit, right? Kill some mobs, yeah. NC is really bad at marketing. I mean, they got a bit better at it, but yeah, they're not really good at like showing off their game. And thanks for the follow, Zenith. Now, I will say, the last trailer that NCA released for Global was good. No, I'm not talking about the Summerfest one. I'm talking about the one they just released, like yesterday. That one is a pretty good trailer. For like someone who's never seen the game before. The class one? Yeah, that one. At Hello Zenith. Yeah, the class trailer, like, it's pretty good, yeah, right? Like, it's 60 FPS, high quality, new footage, runs well, pretty good demonstration. Like, it was a pretty solid trailer. at least it's better than anything NCSoft has made to market their game in like recent memory. Because like, bro, like even on EU Classic, dude, when they were demonstrating new classes, they were showing like 5 seconds clip of zoomed in 20 FPS gameplay. Like, have you seen the Twitter post with the video that came today from some random saying it was they would only have battle? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. But here's the thing, right? Okay, here's the thing about that interview. It is word for word, textbook, exactly what NCSoft said before the KR release. Word for word. So like, did they just copy and paste and they just send it to that guy? I don't know. Like, I'm gonna wait until NCSoft themselves tells us what the fuck is going on before I take any notes, right? 4 minutes on the Hasn't video calls masterpiece. Yeah, I'll have a look again after this. And just have the sugar membership bonus inside the Battle Pass? Nah. Bro, there's gonna be a sub. Like, because here's the thing. He asked about pay to win, right? But he didn't ask about a sub. And thanks for the follow, Zaduka. Like, he didn't ask about a sub. And like, there's a 50-50 chance that the person he spoke to doesn't even fucking know what's going on. They were just told to like respond to pay to win questions with this like textbook phrase, right? So I'm not going to like, you know, assume anything until NCSoft shows us black and white exactly what's going to happen. Or was it translated? Yeah. Like, either way, don't take this as like gospel, because there's absolutely zero chance that this game is going to be purely a battle pass plus cosmetic game. There's no way they just outright remove the SOP in the West. Like, no. Bots would go insane, yeah. And even then, what kind of like terrible fucking monetization scheme is that? Every fucking free-to-play MMO has some sort of like, you know, membership. Like that's the bulk of the money, dude. Like, you can't remove that. Also, they didn't mention currency exchange, which I would be very surprised if they remove currency exchange from the game. Now, if they do, wow. Crazy. Like, if they do, they're gonna have to like be very, very, very virulent with the RMT stuff. Like, they're gonna have to ban people for that shit. But there's no way. How can I pay to win if I can't pay or win? Yeah, exactly. But like, there's not a single universe where the game has neither a sub or like currency conversion. That would be an even lighter BM than Throne, dude. And Throne had like the lightest BM I've ever seen out of one of these MMOs. Like, that's not gonna happen. Like, the thing is, right, if there's no currency conversion, how do free-to-play people buy the battle passes? Like, it doesn't check out. It doesn't check out. Something is very sussy. Forces them to buy the battle pass in-game? Yeah. I mean, okay. The thing is, they can do a direct battle pass purchase if they have stuff like, you know, the complementary currency that allows you to pay for most of the next battle pass afterwards. Some games do that, but then where do they make money? You know? Maybe they think that would bring them more money. I mean, dude, if there's only battle passes and the only way to get the battle pass is to buy it directly, but the battle passes have the same shit as in Korea and Taiwan, bro, I'm not buying them. I'm not buying them on Taiwan. Like, And there is currency conversion. They're not worth it. And you can bet your ass most people will not. Fortnite only battle pass and skin. It's not the same like install base though. I mean, to be fair, if that's it for the monetization, I'll be like, obviously that's gonna bring people to play the game, right? Like, yeah. But I genuinely, I do not see NCSoft doing stuff like that. But hey, surprise me, right? I do hope they hit us with the deets sooner rather than later. Also an exact release date, yeah. You know what? Start with that, actually. Too many people that rely on that for PTO. I feel bad for them. The vacation days are properly scheduled, yeah. You and everyone else. Yeah, that looks like we might kill it. Maybe not before the pillars, but early on. Oh boy. Yep. Bad ground AoE. I mean, it's dead anyways. I do hope, because like it's pretty clear they are ramping up the advertising. They need to do direct communication, and they need to do it like soon. Because like they're doing all of those trailers and stuff, like that's really nice. And like as I said, they've done a fairly decent job with those trailers, but they need to do some like direct, like even if they, okay, let's say they don't do live stream, do stuff like, you know, the Tico talks, like presentation, like stuff that you know, the videos you linked from AION2. Yeah, do those, the blogs, and head those at you. The vlog rather. Put a face on the game, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's another thing. We need a face for the game. Those were cool, yeah. I mean, for all we know, maybe Tico is not going to be the face of the game. Maybe Tico is going full corporate. He's gonna be like a man of the shadows. That'd be sad, man. Bro needs some sunlight, you know? He was good at it? Yeah. I mean, he's charismatic, which is what you want, the face of your game, right? Now, he did look like he didn't want to, you know, live in some of those presentations. But, you know, overall, he was doing a good job. Godspeed was better. I mean, I guess I didn't really like the Godspeed stuff, but I guess that had more to do with the fact that Godspeed was presenting like the fluff stuff that nobody gave a shit about. Like Tico was the meat of the subject, I guess. But I genuinely, like, the thing with Tico is he's genuinely the type of person that can look at you like right in the eyes and say, we at NCSoft, right? Like he can pull that off. What do you mean the meat of the subject? I mean, he was covering the main updates, and he was also the one, you know, doing the apology videos. But Tico at least got the impression someone understood the game. Yeah, that too. I mean, it really felt like Tico was someone who played the game, right? Or at least like a decent level of understanding. Just the voice of the choice of words. Brother, I am not trying to get Tico Schmeat. That is not what I'm saying. Look, maybe some people in chat do. I don't. God, I was gonna say something. Maybe I should not be saying those things. You know? Could be used against me. You are glazing that man for 5 minutes. I mean, he was doing a good job on Throne. I mean, I'm not glazing him. I'm just saying that he was, you know, he was a good face for the game. I can tell you the people on Throne have been experiencing withdrawal ever since he quit AGS. Like, it's one of those things where all of the Throne players were like, yeah, you know what, the game's kind of shit right now and it's on the decline, but you know, at least we have Tico, right? And then when Tico left, it was like, it's so fucking over. You know, that was kind of the consensus. And they haven't really replaced Tico with anybody. At least I don't think so, right? I don't think anyone has been doing like the video update since, right? Because Godspeed, I think Godspeed left before Tico. Like, she was gone a few, like, ahead of time. But Tico stayed for a little bit, although Tico was on the green screen for like the last few videos, which, you know, clearly meant something was awry. You know, when you go from the live studio to a green screen, you know something's up. You know something's not quite right. The only future I see for Throne is what New World got. I mean, I think Throne is gonna stick around. It's gonna stick around. Throne still has a niche player base, right? It's just gonna get like really slow updates and stuff. He will to glaze Tico when he will do livestream for AION2. I mean, we'll see. Maybe it's gonna be someone else. Maybe the update has potential. Thing is, the rest release info is so slow about it, you can't even get hype for it. The thing is, I'm a bit afraid that the new region for Throne is just kind of gonna be... It's not gonna have much to it, right? And it's also not going to shake the game massively. Because at the end of the day, Throne is still a very limiting game that has very middling PvE and, you know, less than spectacular PvP, right? So I don't know where they can take the game forward. Because Throne's main thing was the large-scale stuff, but the game doesn't have the population to support that at this point, right? Unless you do mega server stuff, which they could, right? They also change the gearing, yeah. I mean, they want to bring people back, and like that's the correct way to go about it. But I just don't know if the game can necessarily bounce back, right? I think it can. Again, I think Throne can have a niche player base, and at the end of the day, I don't think you need more than a niche player base to thrive, right? Obviously, do you want to have millions of players? Yeah. But you don't need millions of players to run a game, right? Many other games have proved that before. AION1 survived just fine with like 10-20k people, yeah. And Throne is kind of at that level, right? Now it has a bit less. Damn, well, that was all me. It has a bit less than that. How much does Throne have right now, actually? Last time I checked, it had like 8k, but it's probably dropping a bit, and it's probably going to go back like past 10k when the expansion drops, because many people are going to check out the game, right? $5k, 6k peak, okay, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Like the expansion for Throne is on the 25th, I believe, right? Okay, there's probably gonna be like a period of like 1 week where it's gonna be past over 10k, right? Like, I mean, have fuck, man. Maybe even I will check it. It's gonna depend on like what's going on with AION2. Just out of curiosity. It does a good catch up, yeah. I mean, I'm going to assume they're going to like update the Path of Ascension, I think was called, right? I think that's what it was called, right? They're probably just going to update it to like give you the higher level stuff. I mean, I guess they're just going to add like more levels to it. And that typically brought you up to the latest dungeon. At least that's what they did for the orb update. You know? Like, it was enough to get into 4-star. This guy's called Big DPS, but that is his god. I don't know. It seems a little sus to me. I don't know if I trust that. I can still do a couple runs now. I guess I can do 2. I could do some Transcendence too, just to save up on the final boss stuff. Or at least reward stuff. Have you ever played Metin 2? I haven't, no. I've heard of it. I've never played it. Again, it's one of those things where I was just busy with AION1. He's from Bakalma, surely he has 5 ping and blasts. That's funny, I don't believe that. Yeah, I can do a couple of like tier 4s, I guess. 600 plus. Oh my god, dude. I do not approve of my ranking number. Any news today? Not really. I mean, tomorrow's the big day. Today doesn't have many. But in literally... oh god, in 11 hours. Yeah, 11 hours and we get the big stuff. We get the good stuff. Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm afraid of, that no one's gonna fucking join it. This stage of the week, there's just no one left. Did you find anything from the client? I mean, everything that is posted is in the Dynamine channel. And I guess... I mean, I think there was one thing, right? Yeah, like there's... like, Yukiri found an in-game item that gives you the sub. So basically a gold pack, right? But that's about the extent of like quote-unquote new stuff. Yeah, that's about it. Possibly global sub? Yeah, I mean, ultimately it's not all that surprising if that's the case. And at the end of the day, they have, like the Korean devs have mentioned that they are looking to update the subscription model for the game. Namely, extend the 28 days to 30 days. So... yeah, we're probably going to see the changes impact Taiwan and Korea before it does global. This will just open to all. Of course, the one cast that joins is Sork. I'll take a Glad. Yeah, that is fine. I guess I'll open to all. Can't be too picky. At least we have a Glad. Ranger. Yeah, that's fine. Want to seal Seal's energy. Whisper me. I can't wait to scam people on global. I mean, if it's a physical item, it's probably going to be sellable on the market. I was lucky on both NA and EU Classic. The same person was selling the sub to me. So I never got scammed, but I definitely knew a lot of people who did. It's so weird that they made it a gift system instead of like making it an in-game item like the gold pack. So weird. I'll sell you subs, don't worry. Wow. So generous. Very demure, very thoughtful. Has done his Portuguese, I have no idea. I think Drunked was, right? I don't know about Hasden. He sounds like Italian. Why? Okay, dude. Why are you asking if he's Portuguese if he sounds Italian? What's the flowchart here? Like, please. Hasden is Portuguese? Damn. We had a lot of Portuguese toxic people on EU Classic, huh? Really makes you think. And here I thought the Portuguese would chill with their Pastéis de Nata and Franceschina. I guess I was wrong. When someone sounds Italian, usually they're Portuguese. Damn, there's some hidden tech here. I'm not aware of. I guess I can suck at the res. Dude, sucking the res without having a Chantus sucks balls. Also, this group's DPS is not the most spectacular. Had a French guy that sounded Russian when speaking in English. Oh, that's new. Russian, huh? I mean, okay, to be fair, I worked with a guy who was Romanian and he had a British accent. So you know what? That just about checks out. I mean, fuck, man. People have told me I have all sorts of accents. Like, people have told me I have a German accent, I have an American accent, I have a British accent, I have a French accent.
It's time to spread the love.
Not German, definitely not. I mean, obviously, as a German yourself, you probably wouldn't be saying that, but some people have told me that. French also not really. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, my accent is like... It's a bit of a hybrid, just because of the way I inherently learned how to speak English. Not French either. Wow, okay, I get it, guys. It's a mix of N and British. I mean, you know, good enough for me. I mean, okay, there's definitely a few words that, you know, really betrays my origins. I'll say that. Some words get the best of me sometimes, especially if I'm tired or I'm speaking too fast. Let me just put this. I don't think you could do a French accent if you try it. He can, he sometimes has it. What is your first main language? French. I mean, by essence of the fact that I am French, I could do a French accent. It's just that I refuse to do it. And you could not pay me to do it. Because I very purposefully taught myself not to have it. You know? A traitor to the French heritage. I mean, look, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. When your kind is as hated as it is online, what do you mean? Yo, you know exactly what I mean, brother. We both played AION1, you know exactly what I mean. AION1 is a perfect example. I think Spanish are more hated. Are they though? Thank fuck you don't have a French accent. I don't think I'd watch if you did. Yeah, exactly. See? French are just bad players mostly. Wow. I mean, I don't know about that necessarily. Okay, the thing with French players is... Okay, The general thing I've noticed with French players, also coming as someone who played on like, you know, French dedicated servers, right, is French players are either fucking tryhards and like they try to be the best, or they're the most casual, like dog shit players you've seen in your life, and there's kind of no in between. Like there's not much like middle of the pack players that are French. It really only, holy shit, it really only goes one way or the other. Yes, that's why we're here, to give advice. You're on thin ice, Keggy. Damn, bro's not a sub. Bro's talking all that shit. Crazy. I'd agree with that, and they're usually good at Siege because they stick together, yeah. Like, it's kind of what's going on. But also, like, but the other side of it is, like, French players are usually... Like, the main reason why French players are, like, more hated is because they're usually a lot more arrogant and loud. Not as loud as North Americans, but still pretty loud compared to, like, other Europeans, right? They refuse to speak English communicating with non-French people. Yeah, that also happens pretty often. Although I would say it's a bit less true nowadays, especially with the advent of like international servers and like everything. Because like back then it was a lot more separated, right? So you had a choice. Nowadays you don't really have a choice. I mean, we saw that on EU Classic, right? And to be fair, EU Classic was a bit tamer than you would have expected with the French players, in part because of the forced international server. Because some of the toxic motherfuckers would not be able to speak English to save their lives, so they were not able to go in, you know? I can name a few. I don't know if I want to, but some of the really toxic French players like were mostly silent because they did not know how to fucking speak English. I can think of 2 gladiators in specific for whom that was the case. Yeah. Why are you traveling all the way there? Please do tell me. Nah, I don't want problems, dude. if I speak, I have a big problem. Other French people have to deal with them. Yeah, you're not wrong with that. Like within the sub culture of the server, that definitely was the case.
Can you feel my broken heart?
They won't understand you, they don't speak English. Nah, I mean, either way, there's no... Either way, there's no point in me doing that, right? I don't want to slander anyone.
An illusion.
Ooh, orange mat. But I'm sure if you've been in the AION1 community for long enough, you probably have a hunch. What do you mean they deserve it? Yeah, but I don't want to have like, because, okay, some of these people are actually just like mentally ill. So, you know. Oh, I get it. You're right. Yeah. I'm already fucking full. Yikes. Yeah, I probably should have cleared my inventory after farming in the abyss earlier. Oh well. I mean, at least we don't have the blue and green card bloat anymore. Let me check if Timbo will be watching the AION2 stream tomorrow or not. Alright. Timbo is playing on some AION1 private server right now, isn't he? I think I saw him do that. You know Victor Mambenia? Well, the name rings a bell, yes. Empire Ion, yeah. I was tempted to also play AION1 on the side on some sort of private server, but it's like I've kind of reached a point where Like, I don't care enough anymore, you know what I mean? The patches before 3.x are boring. I mean, kinda. I mean, I do like them to some extent. I do like rifting, right? I'm a big fan of rifting, but it's just that AION2 without a huge pool of player just isn't the same, you know what I mean? And I'm just a bit tired of having to constantly fight the same people. It just gets boring. Origin release is too close to AION2, yeah, I know. I mean, at this point anyway, if I haven't done it already, I'm not gonna do it. Like, the thing is, I also have... Here's the thing with AION1, right? AION1 is the type of game where you need to treat it as a main game to do all of your homework, to keep up with the gear, right? Bro, I already have my head... Like, I already have my hands full, dude, with content creation on AION2, unfortunately. Like, bro, like between real life stuff, streaming, making videos, making assets, like I just don't have time anyways. Like there's no way I could commit to like grinding on AION1. There's no way. Anyone gear up as a cleric before quitting? Yeah, exactly. Like it's too much of a time commitment to be a side game, you know what I mean? The rest time you have, you should just chill. I mean, I have been trying to like, you know, take it a bit easier, but obviously I'm still committing to stuff. And look, at the end of the day, right, I wouldn't be doing it if I at least had some fun doing it. But it is a lot of, you know, a lot of work for... like, it is a lot of work for not a lot of return right now, but, you know. It is what it is for the time being. Like, ultimately, the whole... And thanks for the follow, Ashtart. Oh, Ashtart, that's a name I know, I think. But anyways, like I've said that before, I do have a cutoff when it comes to content creation in this game. Like, after the release of Global, I have a certain amount of time I'm going to commit into it, and then if it really doesn't take off, like, I have other... Like, I have stuff planned, like IRL, where I'm just going to pivot if it just doesn't take off. Still, even if it's fun, yeah, but I mean, you know, I'm committed into it, so. And I am really curious, like, how far I can bring this when Global releases. On Classic, retail, probably, yeah. I mean, the name definitely rings a bell, though. You're gonna continue playing in case content creation doesn't work out? I mean, yeah, I will. I mean, unless I really don't like the game for some reason, obviously, but, you know. Like, as long as I have fun with the game, I'll keep playing it. It's just that I do have a cutoff point with content creation. Now, it's like over a year off, to be fair. So there's time, but yeah. I kind of want to play Templar, but having 2 pets in a fight as SM is so cool. Yeah, I mean, Templar... I'm also very attracted to Templar. But, like, broadly speaking, I don't know. I'm just going to wait until it's closer to Global before I make a final decision. But yeah, like right now, it's just that obviously I know it's like, oh, boohoo, content creation is so hard. Give me money, please. But it's more so, you know, like most of the videos I make have like a between 10 to 20 hours like book time, and streaming takes between 4 to 7 hours a day. And then on top of that, like there's additional stuff that I'm doing, like, you know, stuff like drawing the emotes and making assets for the for the guide videos and so on and so forth, that takes a bit of additional time. And then when you put that back, like in line with on top of like doing stuff in real life and so on and so forth, like yeah, there's not much time left. Like it's surprisingly like time expensive, if that makes sense. It takes a lot of time, even if it doesn't seem like much. At least, you know, when you put in effort into it. My two most liked were Templar and Sork. I'm not so sure for classes about AION2. I mean, the thing about, like, it's just the discussion we had, right? The thing about classes in AION2 right now is, like, the game has been going through such insanely fast changes since the beginning, and we're about to see another wave of change in literally, like, 2 weeks. That when it comes to global, don't commit into a class until the game is right around the corner. Like, the only thing I can say is Templar is solid. It's been solid since the beginning. It's probably still going to be solid regardless of what happens. But then in terms of like exactly how it plays and what roles it plays in the grander scheme of the game, like I have no fucking idea what it's going to be by the time it comes to global. 3 months is a lot of time when it comes to this game. Like 3 months is not a lot of time when you're looking at a game like Final Fantasy XIV, right? But in this game, it's like 3 months is basically an eternity. Like 3 months is a lifetime, dude, in this game. Damn. Both at the same time is wild. Temper feels nice, Sork feels so different from AION1 because the mechanics totally different. Yeah, I mean, Sork doesn't feel great right now because Sork doesn't really have the most distinct identity. And it's also, like, DPS wise it's okay. But in terms of, like, where it stands in relation to the other group, it's not doing the hardest, right? Because it's pretty frail. It doesn't have any, like, cool thing in PvP. It's a bit middling, for sure. Like, it's nothing like AION1 Sork, that's for sure. Like, AION1 Sork was just a beast of its own, right? How much more? Alright, one more. Like, in comparison, AION2 Sork doesn't really have sleeps, right? Doesn't really have... It doesn't have blind leap. I mean, it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. It has really shit CC. It doesn't have stuff like freezing wind, which... I mean, I guess it kind of has, but it's not, you know, it's not like AION1 freezing wind with, like, the spicy, meaty weaving tech that made the class play very differently depending on, like, the content and how aggressive you wanted to play it. It's just kind of a mage, basically. Like a mage with no funny tricks. Tomorrow's gonna be quite the stream. Like the post season 4 stuff, and then we're gonna go back into Cleric. That's gonna be interesting. Bro, like we're gonna do normal mode because we are missing people. Dude, okay, I have an announcement to make, chat. It's bad news. The tank from my pre-made is quitting the game. So we are down another guy. I don't know if we're ever gonna fucking go back into Cleric's hard mode, dude, at this point. Fucking sucks. Like, yeah, I think we had this time window of 1 week with everything going on, and I think, like, we just kind of missed it. Which sucks, man. We got so close. I really wanted to clear this fight before season 4, but I think it's GG's. Why is he quitting? Just general boredom and burnout. Original Sorks have a lot of start to play, burst damage to control. Yeah. Like AION2 Sork is just kind of, it's kind of a like really one trick that doesn't really work within the current meta. It's just XD I do damage in a meta where every other classes do 50 other things. Like it does a bit better now that it has an anti-heal. Like it's able to somewhat reliably like kill supports and stuff like that, but that's not really telling much because the supports are not exactly doing too hard either way in the current PvP meta anyways.
It's time to spread the love.
Where's the DPS? That is the question. This guy opened the kibble list yet? Nope. And bro's just kind of pulling mobs. They didn't open the kibble list, no nothing. Okay. I mean, I'm assuming Zoe is gonna play with Akiran, right? Which, regardless of how Cleric does, Cleric pocketing someone is always going to be fairly strong, right? So, you know, get carried by Welliers and Akiran, well, there you go. Like, if you have a trio of Cleric, Chanter, Glad, like, to roam in PvP, you'll be fine. Like, Cleric's main weakness is solo PvP. What's Welliers gonna play? I think he was playing Chanter on Taiwan, right? I'm assuming he's still gonna play Chanter. Mind training a new Glad for Sanctuary 3 out of my joining, getting fast, think fast. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, I can definitely ask them. Did you fix your guard situation, by the way? Just to get a temple on top of that, yeah. I mean, if we get the 6-man parties for global, you'll have to get a bit more than that, but yeah. One guard, okay. Yeah, then sure, I can tell them. I mean, we're definitely gonna have like 3 slots anyways tomorrow, so. Now, obviously, you're gonna have to learn the fight, but yeah. You can just do some homework. Damn. Out of the blue like that? I mean, okay. Thanks for the tier 1, Akiran. Appreciate it. You now have access to a battery. What do I say? A litany of emotes. Lovingly crafted by myself. I don't want it to be broken. I mean, yeah, same. Like, I don't want Cleric to be broken. Like, the same way it was broken with the Divine Aura shit, right? But it does need a more established identity, for sure. Like, it's good in group PvP even right now, right? But it would be nice if it also had better tools for 1v1, as well as a, you know, more necessity for, like, its kit in PvE. Able to kill classes in 1v1, yeah. And again, the main problem here is Life Leech. It's just that Cleric has no good ways to counter Life Leech. Because otherwise it would probably be able to kill people within like a battle of attrition. Like a defensive Cleric. Kinda like the way it was in AION1. Just like play the long game, which is not ideal, but at least it's something, right? Also, if it had a route that worked.
Who are you? Where's Rob's?
Something wrong with the stigmas too? Yeah. Which server are you on? I'm on Nemon. Exclamation mark server. Nemon Asmo. I mean, the thing with Cleric Stigma is that for the majority, it's like healing stigmas, and like really good healing stigmas, but outside of group PvP, you don't really use them. Like, again, I genuinely think Cleric needs sacrificial power in this game. Bruh, how we did this? Please don't fuck this up. Thank you. Dot sticking for 200 damage is also a question mark, yeah. I mean, dots in general in this game are... After the TTK change is like, yeah. You don't really apply dots for the damage, you apply dots for the additional effect that they have, right?
Can you feel my broken heart?
Which is weird because the level 20 root spec doubles your dot damage, which means that it essentially does nothing. Like, it's weird. Damn. Well, thank you, Acheron, for the gifty to Zoai. You too can now enjoy a litany of cool emotes made by me. Yeah, thanks for the sub. I hope they make 6-man groups. I would have nerfed the Life Leech greatly, yeah. Like, as I said, Life Leech can remain in the game in some form, but the current form is not it. Having a fixed percent on, like, basic attacks is not good design. Eternal Balic Mace when? I mean, bro. The Horn Dragon Mace is basically the same price as a Twitch sub on Taiwan at this point.
Can you feel my broken heart?
You think I'm joking? I'm not. I hope Season 4 is good news. I mean, at the bare minimum, it's gonna be like something new, right? It's gonna be something new, it's gonna be something fresh. And then we kind of go from there, right?
An illusion.
Like, there's a strong foundation here that just needs to, like, overhaul a few things. That's it for dungeons. That's it. Maybe tomorrow if Season 4 news is hype, hell yeah. You'll get me one on the way as well, Akiran. Daddy needs a new mace. But seriously though, like, I'm saving up to do another crafting attempt. Like, at this point, I'm just kind of waiting for Season 4 new stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm kind of thinking, like, maybe you guys can sway my opinion on this. Radiant Odile is kinda the cheapest it's been in a while. Now, with the Season 4 announcement stuff being tomorrow, I'm a little bit afraid that it could jump if they make like some sort of announcement, right? Do you guys think I just buy everything I need to craft the mace now? Or, because like, I'm not going to be able to use the mace until the beginning of Season 4, right? But yeah, maybe, yeah. I'm really thinking about it. Like, basically I would be spending 40 mil on this. You have no transfers left? Yeah, no, I don't. I would have to wait until Season 4. Like, it can go one way or another. Like, it's either they're going to announce a thing that's going to make it a lot easier to craft, and then shit's going to drop. Or they're going to announce, like, I don't know, that they're going to use the same mats as Season 4, or like, they're bringing, whatchamacallit, Crimson Dragon upcrafting, and then bam, it's going to spike, right? I think I'm just going to have to take the L and wait for the announcement anyways. Like, I don't know. Just sit on my money until the beginning of Season 4 in case something else comes around, right? Like, right now the plan is just to sit on my money for the rest of the month and kind of do whatever depending on how the beginning of Season 4 goes. Bruh. You know, that's funny. That's the first time I've gotten this notification because no one has ever donated. So, damn, that's crazy. Thanks for the 25 bucks. Buy one. Alright, Ashtar, thanks for hanging out. Catch you later. Can I go to the other faction map? Is there any reason to? Yeah, you can rift, and yes, there's a reason to, but it's not very popular right now because rifting kind of got gutted when they added the PvP flag. But no, whatever you need, I'll keep it for global. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm standing, right? Like, if I'm gonna be spending on anything, it's gonna be on global. Like, Taiwan is just frugal gaming. Rifting is active on Korea. Yeah, bro. I mean, is Rift open right now? Actually, I think it is. Yeah, it is. You know what? Let's have a quick roam. It's been a while. I've never experienced anything like Taiwan AION2. Yeah, it's a very stark culture clash. Like... And that's why I'm saying that if anything, even if everything stays the same, global is going to be a breath of fresh air just because of the community. Because, like, the Taiwanese community fucking stinks. Like, it fucking reeks, dude. The way these people play the game is not right. I mean, you know, again, they can do whatever the fuck they want. It's just a fucking culture clash for sure. Yeah, I'm 4.7k on PvP, look at that. Look at me go. Yeah, I'll put down a Kisk, sure, why not? We can end the... We can wrap up the stream with a bit of rifting, why not? I haven't done this in forever. I'm gonna buy a personal Kisk though. Oh, do I? Nah, I'm rich, fuck it. All in. People actually do in Korea for fun. Yeah, I mean, also the fact that the economy in Korea is much better than Taiwan is much better. I mean, dude, in Korea... You do 3 dungeons, you sell 10 million kina, and you can buy a battle pass. You know what I mean? Like, that alone. Like, the economy on Taiwan is so fucked beyond recognition because of RMT, that if you don't RMT yourself, you're playing on extreme mode. Because fucking everyone RMTs on Taiwan, it's very cheap. And as a result, everyone has full horn dragon. So if you don't do it yourself, you're just at a stark disadvantage. Because the economy is fucked as a result. The regular users. The economy was dead in Taiwan 3 weeks into season 1, yeah. It's only gotten worse, by the way. Like, obviously things are a bit more affordable now because, you know, the BIS has remained the same over all 3 seasons, but... Like, I haven't bought battle passes at all season 3. I got 1 battle pass in season 2. You know what I mean? Because, like, in terms of the conversion rate is just... They never added new crafted armor? Nope. Horn Dragon is still this right now. In terms of, like, what you can craft. I mean, at the end of the day, they realized they fucked up in season 1. Weapons got stronger. I mean, it got 1 more stage of evolution with season 3, right? With the addition of Clerics. Which, you know, it's a jump, but it's not a big jump. 134, yeah, first pendant. I'm curious if AION2 Global would be alive for more than a year. I suppose it will just STL. I mean, AION2 is a much better game than Throne, right? It's a much better game. Now, for the rest, it's just going to entirely depend on management. Like, we won't know until, you know... Yeah, I don't want to get pulled, so... Look at the life leech, guys. He's already back to full health. Fuck. Yeah, Senon, thanks for the host. I got this guy to quarter health. He hit me 3 times, he's back to full health. That's crazy. Okay, do I try to drown this guy? Not even Voice of Doom helps? Yeah, because anti-heal doesn't impact life leech. And yeah, welcome everyone from Excellence chat. Hope you had a good stream. Yeah, I mean this guy is clearly very good too. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, this guy is very good. Back to war crimes. I guess I can try. It's not gonna help though because Templar has stuns, so like he's gonna have the advantage on this. Yeah, nah. Excited for tomorrow, hope they do as good. Yes, same. How much time now? 10 hours? Yeah. He's not taking any damage. It's just Cleric doesn't do any damage. That's the accurate statement. And like any damage I do to him is immediately life leached back. Like, I just want to be very clear with the life leech stuff. Like, most classes in the game life leech over 10,000 HP per second. Alright? In the current state of the game, that's what's happening. So yeah, like, it's broken. I mean, you saw how fast he got back to full health. Like, he was at quarter health, he jumped me, hit me 3 times, got back to full health, so... It is what it is. I guess I'm playing Sin, yeah. Glad be glad on good gear. Just goes until one guy fucks up, yeah. Or one guy, you know, gives up. Or gets carpal tunnel, I guess. We wanted higher TTK, but not like that, yeah. I mean, that's not even high TTK, that's just, you know, stupid. Templar's the best? Not really. I mean, Templar's a solid class, but Templar suffers from the same problem as other supports in PvP, which is it doesn't quite do enough damage in 1v1 to counteract the life leech kit of most classes. Alright, thanks for the host, Asylon. Take it easy. And don't forget to wake up. That's the important part. When exactly is the stream for tomorrow? It's in 10 hours. It's my time, which is GMT +2. Like, I live in France. It's 9 AM. It depends on your time zone. But yeah, it's in 10 hours. Is it true that AION2 is pay-to-win slop? Yes. That's perfect. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit earlier than I would like, you know? Like, I do like to sleep in on Sundays, but, you know, I'll wake up a season 4. Is this game fun? Yeah, AION2 is a fun game. It's fun and enjoyable. It has problems, you know, just like any other MMOs. But it's inherently a fun game. Can you gather the other faction's feathers? Nope. You can see them, you can't interact with them. What ping do you get on Taiwan? I'm playing with 200. Like between 180 to 200. I can't wait for low ping, you and me both. I mean, I guess especially you, because like, you're gonna have even lower ping than me, which is fucked up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having 10% of the ping I have right now. That's for sure. I'm gonna have 10 MS also. That's fucking disgusting. Unless they run the cheap servers. I mean, surely not. Like, this is not a Gameforge situation. Like, Gameforge servers were running off a fucking virtual machine in a fucking basement. Fucking Windows 95, like, Dell a laptop in a crusty cave. I play Ranger at 180 ms and suffer greatly, yeah. I mean, you know, the game's playable, right? Even at high ping, but as soon as you look at your DPS numbers, you kind of want to kill yourself. Frankfurt, if the league are true, yeah, it's gonna be Frankfurt. I mean, that's just where the data centers are. Game 4 servers felt bad with 20 ping, yeah. I never played this game. Is there a healer class at all? I am playing the healer class right now. AION2 is a Trinity game, so yes, it has tank, healer, DPS. Although, you know, it has some problems with its Trinity right now, but let's not get into that right now. In parentheses, life leech. In parentheses, derogatory. And yeah, there's another support class, which is a melee support class that is leaning more into like group buffs, but can also heal. Healer class more like OP DPS. Nah, Cleric has very subpar DPS. Like, it's better than it used to be in PvE. It's still the lowest DPS class in the game. Do you actively heal, or does your heal come from dealing damage? You actively heal, but you don't have to target party members to heal them. Like, all of your heals are either AoE or automatically targets the lowest HP party member. So basically, like, you're just doing your DPS rotation, and then if someone drops low, you press the healing buttons. With that focus on the Trinity tank DPS heal, I wonder if we'll get more updates to reinforce this Season 4, remove life leech. Yeah, hopefully the Trinity will be better established in Season 4. They have talked about this, so I would expect there's going to be steps taken towards this. Bring back targeting party members. I don't really mind it, right? I can play with both. I honestly don't mind the healing style of AION2 though. It's just that they need to give Cleric more things to do outside of healing, like more disruption tools, even for group PvP, to make it more fun. It was skill expression. I mean, sure, but the problem is that with the action mode, it probably wouldn't feel right with the action mode. And thanks for the follow, Riga. Appreciate it. And so many bots. But like the way it is right now, honestly, is fine. Like the healing kit of Cleric feels fine. It's 5 AM in Taiwan? Yeah, I know. I mean, as I said, right, I'm just going to give it a quick roam, just for old time's sakes. And then just to wrap up the stream, right? Because I do want to go to bed early, because, you know, the whole live stream situation we have going tomorrow. Where there's even less action than usual. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Rifting is dead in general on Taiwan, but considering it's 5 AM local time, like, I'm probably not gonna find many people at all, if any. Like, I found that Commander Templar earlier. That's about it. Isn't it like almost midnight there? Nah, it's 5:21 AM. And Halo Cerulean. Oh, unless you mean my time, KG, in which time, yes. It's going on to midnight. Going early to sleep and it's almost midnight. I mean, yeah, midnight's early for me. Is Rifting better now? I haven't rifted much since the flagging system. Rifting is dead in Taiwan, but yeah. Since they haven't really done much outside of just adding quests, it hasn't really revived it. Although apparently it's much more alive in... Fucking Marshall, really? Marshall Cleric botting. Fantastic. But yeah, apparently it's a lot more alive in Korea. And thanks for the follow, Ality. It's a bot, dude. He's not gonna heal himself. Bro is botting as a marshal with PvP flag on. Fucking the Taiwanese players are just a different breed. It's yeah. Like, these motherfuckers bought with their main, because there's no moderation on Taiwan. Yeah, I mean, I'll do 1 or 2 loops, check out the island, and then that's gonna be fine, right? Just give you guys a bit of a rifting gameplay. It's been a few weeks since I've given enough of a shit, you know? It was the Ilios map, yes. Sightseeing tour, exactly. We get some sunlight, you know? It's important to get your vitamin D sometimes, you know? Ranger Beast in PvP? Yeah, Ranger is currently the best 1v1 class in the game. Is PvP the only reason you would go to the other factions map? Early on, you do have some like mini solo dungeons you have to do on the enemy map. But once you're done with these, yeah, PvP is the only reason. Although they have said that they want to make the open world be more alive on the long term, both in PvE and PvP with the new maps. So we'll have to see what they have in store for us with more Heimen Elden. In theory, some world bosses, yeah, but that's not really something that's relevant for most of the player base. Strongholds and Seal Dungeons for the first 2 weeks, yeah. I mean, Rifting was peak when at the very beginning, right? But obviously, they just didn't have any foresight when it comes to how it was going to work out on a modern game, so it didn't work out in the end. Now, hopefully, Morheim and Elton, now that they're going to design the game around what it is right now, like, it's going to be better designed, and then it's going to bring back PvP in the in Rifting. Because, like, one of the main problem with PvP right now is obviously the balance is whack, right? Like, there's no denying that. There's 3 classes that clearly dominate PvP right now. But one of the main problems is that the PvP content in itself is not very engaging. Arena's dead. Co-op are dead. Battlefields you do for 20 minutes a week. Rifting is dead. And for the rest, it's just Abyss roaming. And, you know, grinding in the Abyss, which, you know, it's fine and all, but the Abyss is a very small area, and it gets very repetitive to only have that, right? So yeah, we need more diversity in terms of the PvP content. Like, we're gonna get the 200v200, which I'm looking forward to doing. That's gonna be a fun game mode. And then if we get Rifting on top of that, like, we're gonna be in a much better spot for PvP. So yeah, like season 4, just because of that, is probably gonna be looking a lot better when it comes to the PvP side, even if the balance doesn't get any better, you know. And thanks for the follow, Extra. I really wonder what they thought when they designed 4v4. I mean, I think they designed the 4-man groups for PvE, right? Not for PvP. Now, if you mean about the deathmatch aspect of co-op arenas, I think they mostly did that because they want... Like, the thing with AION2's design philosophy is they want the game to be bite-sized, right? So they don't want stuff to last for too long. They basically, they don't want anything to last for more than 5 minutes. Like 5-10 minutes tops, right? That's probably why they made it that way. Iron Co-op also didn't last long. I mean, it was 10 minutes, right? I mean, when you count the starting time, it was 12 minutes. But yeah, they probably, like, they probably didn't want this to go this long. Like a forced 12 minutes, you know? Starting time could be shorter? Yeah, I mean... But better diversity when it comes to the PvP content would help a lot. Because, like, even in the current state of things, like... AION2 fares a lot better in terms of group PvP than it does 1v1. Like, in terms of the balance... Like, the balance is still whack when you look at group PvP, but it's a lot better, you know what I mean? Because, like, certain roles have a better role to play in group PvP. And there's fucking no one, dude. I'll go to the island. This compared to AION1, like you have a lot of fights you want to do them. Yeah, I mean that's AION2's PvP is a lot more plug and play than AION1. But that okay. The thing is, AION2's PvP is more plug and play because everything is very self-contained and timed, right? Like AION1 Rift, like when you look at rifting in AION1, rifts were open 24/7 on several maps at the same time, right? So that obviously spread the population thin, right? The Abyss in AION1 was ridiculously massive, right? Even if people were farming in the Abyss, you had to find them. In AION2 it's a lot more condensed, right? Like that's one of the reasons that makes it a lot more plug and play. But the thing is, like, obviously you fight more often in AION2, but the fight quality is a lot lower, so you know, it's a give and take. Alright, I'll go check the Immortal Island. I'll do a quick loop-de-loop to see if there's any Supreme Commander botting on the island, XD. And then I think I'll call it. Surely, right? Where do you get your Horn's Crown? It's from Cradle. The Cradle dungeon. Abyss is in AION1 was kinda dead when I played. Hey look, speak of the devil, 3-star officer bot. I mean, it really depended on the patch. Like, Abyss was mostly alive in 1.x. Like, in 1.x, the Abyss... Brother. In 1.x, the Abyss was popping, because, like, everyone was farming, like, was either farming gods to get AP, or was farming, like, Balors for mats, or gathering in Asteria, so on and so forth. Like, basically, the bulk of the activities were happening in the Abyss, so you had a lot of people. Also, people teleporting to do the Abyss Fort dungeons, which, you know, you could camp the entrances and snipe them. And then there was a couple of world bosses, like Minotios. After that, it never really got updated, wasn't focused on it anymore. We had the Blue Abyss at some point. Yeah, the Ereshkigal, like, Ice Abyss, right? The Flight PvP in AION1 though, yeah. I mean, the Flight PvP post 4.8 update was pretty good. But, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I never hated Flight PvP in AION1. Like, I never had a hard time with it, but I know most people fucking hated it. Obviously, it wasn't ideal, right? But, you know. Like, it was more of a novelty than anything. 1.9 was pure torture for me. Damn. Was it really? I mean, that was a good balance, though. I mean, bro, didn't you play Cleric, Kegi? Cleric was the best class in Flight. By far. I think I saw more people in Kalam and other maps than I ever saw in the Abyss. I mean, yeah, later on, yeah. I'm mostly talking about 1.x, right? I found so much AP in the Classic around the eye. Yeah. I mean, EU Classic, all of my AP I farmed in Rifting. Like, I don't know if you guys remember. I mean, I don't even know if you guys fucking paid attention to me. Probably not. But, like, on the first week of Classic, I just rushed a 40 Elite in 5 days. By PvPing in Belusland. Like, I was literally PvPing for like 16 hours a day. I was having a blast. Good times, man. Like, I love rifting. I really do. How did we get the medal so early? I mean, it wasn't week 1. I think it was like week 2. I mean, I have the exact date somewhere. But yeah, I got the 40 Elite within 5 days. To be fair, like, in terms of medals, it wasn't very expensive. Like, the 40 Elite was very cheap. And that 40 Elite served me well all the way until late 2.x. Went directly for 50 Elite? Yeah, I saw that. was a little bit too much for me at the time to stomach. I mean, I wasn't swiping either, right? So I had to, you know, aim for my ballpark, right? Map is so pretty but so useless. Yeah, it's a shame, right? It's a shame. It really is. But hey, Morheim and Eldnen, guys. It's gonna be the one. We're gonna get the frigid tundra snowscape of Morheim with the desert of Eldnen, and PvP and PvE are gonna be integrated into the open world a lot better, and it's gonna be great. And then we're going to kumbaya around the fucking fire camp together. Yep, that's gonna happen. Give me Estera and Nostra vibes. Look, rifting in Estera and Nostra wasn't completely dead though. Like, most of the map was mostly empty, but you know, it was there. Also, the fact that you could fucking X-form was pretty funny. And thanks for the follow, Itachi. Yeah, they're gonna show it in a few hours, yeah. I mean, one thing that I did like about Estera and Nostra is that it was a rifting location in which you could X-form, and the capital was in the main map. Like, raiding the Estera and Nostra capitals with X-forms with the invuln potions. Yeah. Now that's the good shit. That's what it's all about. Just raiding the auction house, yeah. Man. I really hope the ranking situation on global will not be some pilot cringe the same way it is on Taiwan, man. Because I do want to go for an X-form on global. Like, I'm not really giving much of a shit on Taiwan because, again, I'm just keeping up bare minimum to be able to do everything, but I'm not tryharding, right? I do want to push for an X-form on global. So hopefully it's, you know, it's not going to be piloting cringe again. The grind to reach level 75 with Rift of Oblivion, yeah. Together with all the good instance PvP was quite fun. Yeah, 5.x is unironically one of my favorite patches with AION1. Because the PvP content was so good. Like, you know, it's like I was saying, right? Even if your PvP is ass, if the content is good, the game's gonna be fun. And the other way around is also true, right? The core PvP of AION1 got a bit worse in 5.x because of the elemental X forms, the breakable gear, etc, etc. But man, it was peak in terms of the PvP content in itself. You all quit because the full reset was announced as 6.x, yeah. I was so geared, got rank 1 in gold. Yeah. I never really... Okay, I barely did 6v6 gold arena because at that point, most of my pre-made was gone. And I quit shortly after. I'm pretty sad I didn't. I did a lot of 1v1 gold though. Like, 1v1 gold was great. Like, it was the event of the weekend, you know? And it felt like it really made you feel like you were entering a tournament, you know what I mean? Like, you had that like belly excitement, you know? Gold arenas were fun also until people started abusing the system and all to scout the enemies, yeah. But even when people did that, like, it wasn't like a huge majority. X-forms, the cold PvP transformation you can do that makes you really big, yes. 6v6 gold I kind of missed. I think I took a short break and then it was dead or got removed. Yeah. Gold arena was very ephemeral. Like, it was brought into the game, it was the best thing ever, and then they took it away and never brought it back. Like, you do not understand how upset I am that they didn't bring back Arena of Gold in Classic Ion. Why? Could you imagine if Ion Classic had Arena of Gold? Fuck. Like, why? It was so good. Like, this shit lived for a few months and then it got removed from the game, even though it's the best thing they ever did. Do they look cool in AION2? I mean, okay. X-Forms in AION2 look like the AION1 Helios X-Forms, but with a cape, which it looks fine. The main thing I have a problem about is the fact that Asmodeans and Helios have the same looking X-Forms. I would have loved it for sure. Yeah, Arena of Gold was peak. It really was. And they changed color if you dye your armor. Yeah. Which can lead to wag shit. Yeah, I've seen like some fucking rainbow X-Forms. Imagine if we had the original 3.x in Classic with Tamaranta Eye. You know what's fucked up, Kegi? They brought back the Tamaranta Eye in Classic. And they made it bad. Like, because I played on Ion Ascend when it released in NA, because, you know, I was just waiting for AION2 to be back, right? To release. So I was just, yeah, fuck it, I'm just going to play free-to-play on Ion Ascend. So I played on Ion Ascend. And it was on the 4.x patch with Tamaranta's Eye. I genuinely don't understand why they did what they did with Tamaranta's Eye. Like, it's like they don't fucking understand what was good about it. That's kind of sad they look so similar. They really got at the Asmo vibe. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. It's a shame to me that the Asmodeans don't have the cosmetic options within character creation to bring back the mains and shit. And then it's a shame that the X-Form also don't have the same flair. But I guess they just don't want a faction to have something that the other faction doesn't. Like, they are very scared of, like, making lopsided factions. Which kind of sucks, because it does kill the identity a bit. But I get it. I just wish we had at least the option. Like, I think having different looking X-Forms is fine, at the bare minimum. If Asmo their main class, ear wing something, yeah, I mean, they could give Helios some perks as well. But, you know, they want everything to be the same. Yeah, I mean, they've said the reason why they did that was because in AION1, the racial differences made it so people were drawn more towards Helios than Asmo. So I kind of get it, but it certainly does drain a bit of the personality out of the game. Don't skins to be easily added for both faction. I mean, even if you bring like a main and shit, it doesn't matter. Just make it clip, right? Go play some music on the piano. The piano is not on an isolated island anymore. I'm pretty sure it has guards now. Which is a tragedy. Yeah, I don't think I can land here safely. Yeah. Range. I mean, hey, I played one note. So, who's really losing? But this shit's empty as hell, so I don't think I'm gonna be sticking around for much longer. I'm gonna check the sugar game again and I'll call it, I guess. But yeah, I can't believe we are finally getting the season 4 stuff tomorrow, dude. I've been waiting for this. I have been waiting for this. Like, you know the meme of, I mean, maybe it's a deep cut. Like, you know back during the Smash Brothers Ultimate days where people were doing the tweets like prior to the day of a character getting announced, and they have the whole stuff about preparing 2 folders, one for if their character gets announced, one for if it doesn't, right? That's kind of me right now. Like, I'm preparing it was so back folder and it's so over folder based on what they announce tomorrow. I'm ready to unleash. Alright, well, I guess that's GG's. Yes, spam the ding donk emote. I want to know when we're gonna get global dev stream in Engage. I would like to know that too. I do hope they communicate with us, because so far we've just had like disjointed Discord announcements and the trailers. So hopefully we get some direct announcements. We don't even have a face for AION2 in the West yet. Like, it's probably gonna be Tico, but who knows. But yeah, anyways, fellas, people of the internet, I'm gonna be done for tonight. It's getting quite late, and I'm gonna have to wake up for the fucking live stream, so you know. But yeah, anyways, make sure to follow the channel on both Twitch and YouTube if you haven't already, and make sure to jump on my Discord to be made aware of my whereabouts. And for tomorrow, I'm not going to be streaming the Season 4 reveal. I'm gonna be watching Whelps because he does translation work, and I don't want to, like, restream Whelps because that would feel like stealing his work, right? So I'm just going to watch him, and then I'll stream afterwards to discuss everything Season 4. And while everything is going on, I'll be just reacting on my Discord chat. So yeah, if you want to take part of the conversation, I guess join the Discord, and we'll get excited or disappointed together. But yeah, either way, thanks for watching tonight. Thanks for the follows, thanks for the subs, the resubs, the gifties, the donations. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for a thick stream, which, by the way, I'll be discussing Season 4 stuff tomorrow, but I'm also gonna go back into Cleric tomorrow, so I guess look forward to that. We'll be fighting the big worm while discussing Season 4, so exciting things in perspective. But yeah, I mean, I can check if I can host someone, but probably not. It's late as fuck. No one's gonna be around, right? Certainly not. Okay, question, chat. I'm gonna go watch a Ocarina of Time randomizer stream. Do you guys want me to stand you there, or do you just want me to end stream? Probably just end stream, right? That's probably just the end stream angle. Sure. All right. You guys are gonna watch the same thing as me, and you're gonna like it. But yeah, as I said, have a fantastic rest of the day. Have a good night if you live in EU, and I'll see you guys for the exciting stuff. GG's.